fucking jaw pain like no one's business. Door will slam open, and you can see Miri walks through, looking around, locks eyes with Tallulah, and just runs immediately beeline into you.
Okay. I'll hug her.
At this moment, Fia is floating above Narg's head, just kind of circling.
Yeah, I'm going to point Miri away from that so she's facing me.
Hmm?
I'm going to need you to sit down a minute.
Why? What's... You all
Just
right?
sit down. I mean, I know you're going to get mad, but don't be mad.
Look, I don't think I'm gonna get mad.
I didn't want you to come with us because I didn't want to put you in danger, but we've been somewhere that was incredibly dangerous. We made it back, but we found somebody, and I want to introduce you to her. Just don't hate me.
I don't understand why you would think I would hate you, but okay.
Hey, Fia, come here.
And poofing from that section there, Narg, roll a D100 for me.
You did notice I put up my umbrella.
Yeah.
Okay, Mary Poppins.
She didn't sneeze on you,
30.
it's just the vicinity of her. 30.
At least I had my umbrella up in case it was a sneeze.
Okay. Choose somewhere on the map that you randomly teleport within 60 feet.
Ooh, the cookie should be
Standing
done in
on
the oven.
Amaris's bed. Go on, please.
Narg disappears right next to you, nice, and just as Fia teleports over. And she kind of drifts down looking at you, and then Miri goes, "What the hell?"
I don't even know where to begin. But
Who? What? Who?
I believe
that?
I believe this is Felicity. I don't know for sure, but I believe it is.
I mean,
She was in Bartholomew's huge, big place full of constructs and horrible things.
Miri is kind of gonna just make an insight check on little one here. It's not bad. Not bad. Fia just kind of blinks at her as Miri's looking at her, cocks her head, and Fia mimics it.
27.
There's still similarities between the two, but you're not 100% sure if this is either Fia proper or Felicity proper, or if this was the result of using Felicity.
Jesus Christ.
And Miri just kind of holds their hands forward, and Fia kind of just slowly drifts into them. Do you think I was gonna be mad at you for what exactly?
For going without you and putting
I mean, look,
all of us in danger.
I knew the stubborn little shithead I was gonna fall in love with, so it wasn't that surprising. But
Right back at you.
if this, I mean, she just kind of, you can see her eyes starting to water, and she just holds Fia for a moment, and Fia just kind of looks at her with big blue eyes, just blinking.
Whoever she is, whatever she is, she needed to be away from there. And she is at least part of you, if not. I don't know. I don't know what she is, but, you know. She needed a home and she needed some love.
And Miri just kind of grabs you and gives you a hug as well, and just kind of whispers in your ear and says, "Thank you." Well, you brought her home now. She's home.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
Then Fia just kind of hiccups and go ahead and roll D100 for me. For you and Miri both.
Wow, 91.
91? Okay. Mark down that
40.
there's a strange gold moat. A strange golden moat curls onto your chest and disappears.
$41 for Mary.
41 for Miri.
No, sorry, 14. Why did I
14.
say 41? Sorry.
Okay. It's a 10-foot radius, so I need you to make a saving throw as well. Wisdom saving throw for you and Miri both.
God damn. You want me to do two?
No, I got Miri's.
Natural one, 7.
7. You're confused.
No.
Cast confusion on you.
What the? Where am I?
It's not going to take a serious effect. Just for a
Uh-huh.
minute, you can't really do much, or you just kind of wobble side to side. Miri just kind of shakes her head and goes, well, that's going to take some getting used to, but
Yeah, tell that to Chance.
Chance
Hey, Chance, come and meet Miri.
Chance appears, door slamming open, and walks out and goes, now, I can't still understand why I'm this way, but she did this to me. And he points and she goes, Miri goes, are you fucking kidding me? Are you walking right now? Are you on feet? And he goes, yes, I'm on my feet. Your beastie did this to me. Try to perhaps figure out how to undo this so I can go back to fitting where I don't belong, damn it. Tried to take a rest on a sack of potatoes down there and it didn't work. It's just not the same.
Mm.
And he walks back downstairs. I just don't get it. I don't understand. The door opens. Amorous, you see him. He looks at a plant next to your windowsill and slowly stares at you and then pushes it off. And then walks back downstairs.
That cat one day, children, is going to be very, very fluffy love.
Your son looks at you and goes, I like him.
I
Me
love
too.
him.
Me too.
I want to take him shopping for clothes.
So Miri is gonna just kind of holding your hand and holding Fia close to her. Just goes, so is your name Felicity? And Fia just kind of blinks at her, looks at you, and just shakes her head no.
She said that her name is Fia. F-I-A. So that's what we've been calling her.
Fia.
And as I said, I don't know if she is Felicity or if she's part of Felicity or part of you, but maybe we can find out more. We have lots of notes from where we found her, and also lots of damning evidence on Barry Melfist,
Well, we
as well
can
as
unpack.
Bartholomew.
We can unpack that in a second. But this, she
Yeah.
squeezes your hand. Thank you.
Of course, and the other group too. They massively helped with the whole thing. They took one half of the complex and we took the other. And they
What was
helped
it
with
like? Was it cool? Tell me about it.
No, it was awful. I mean, you probably would have found it quite exciting at times, but seeing Renato, Pandora, Vincent, and Axe fused to creatures that we had to take down.
And Flinson.
I said Flinson.
Did you?
Flinson
Oh,
was a yeah.
I thought you said Renato Pandoranax. My bad.
No, I said Renato, Pandora, Flinson, and Axe.
Is Flinson
I wouldn't-
okay?
I wouldn't forget Flinson. I'm not sure yet. We're waiting for Yondu to get in touch, but Pandora and Renato are currently dead in Amorous' bag of holding, and they have no arms and legs. So, not a great situation.
I'm sorry to hear that, but
Me too.
we can. Let's think on it and figure this out tomorrow. I've got a lot of catching up that we have a lot of catching up
Mhm.
that we need to do with her. And Fia kind of, you can see she gives a look like she wants to say something, but when she opens her mouth and begins to speak, it's almost that of wind chimes.
Oh. Fia, do you know what family is?
She just kind of blinks at you confused and cocks her head like Miri was when looking at her.
This is your family now. This is your home. And no one's ever going to hurt you again.
You got that right. That as you guys can kind of find yourselves either reconvening, catching up with Miri, or otherwise, Fia keeps a very close proximity of Miri at all times. She doesn't seem to leave Miri's side whatsoever. We'll go over to Yandi, who... Yandi, as you were waiting for your allies, as aforementioned, you began casting the teleportation spell to bring yourself where you need to be. You picked up, I don't know where you want to put these in your notes, but they did exchange they said they were okay with giving you their teleportation circles. So they have one to the college up in Piltover. They have one to Noxus, which they picked up from the assassin. They also have one to Fraujord, up in the northern steeps, where Renato's brother used to be in charge.
Except No's dead.
And they also have the one to Ixtal, but you've had that one already previous because of Morgan. And then they actually technically have the one to Shurima. The one that's the gate that you guys came out of. So if you want to mark that one down, you totally can.
Okay. The one in Nexus and Frolya, are there specific cities you can share with me?
Northern
Northern
Steeps
Steeps.
is a place. It's like a specific section of Freljord. Yeah, it's deep in the mountains of Freljord. And then the Blood Wells is what it's called in Noxus. The Blood Wells. It's where hemomancy was born.
All right, the Blood
Okay.
Wells in the Northern Steeps. Where is it at in Extol?
In Ixtal, it takes you right to that Sphinx's library where Morgan is from. Or where he was isolated prior to being in Piltover. It's this map right here when I find it.
Where is it in Piltover?
It's not in Piltover, it's in Ixtal.
No, which one? You said there's one in Piltover.
The teleport circle in Piltover is the college.
The college. Victoria's the head mistress of the college at the moment. So she has access to Simon Lancaster's old circle.
Right.
This, right here, which is where you appeared with Arquin. There's a circle right here on this step outside of the Sphinx's library. And that's Morgan's base of operations, if you will.
And where's the one in Shurima? Outside
Yes.
the
Where we teleported in with the Hex Gate.
Yep, the gate, which I'm going to that map right now so you can see it. Oops, wrong one. I need the kids map. Where's the kids map? There it is.
Kids map.
This is the one that's labeled. Yep, right here, the warp gate. You technically would have that one as well if you'd like it.
Right.
So, they did say they wanted to share those with you, and I had forgot to get those around, so they did say they wanted to share it.
Have you made a
Cool.
note of those, Greg?
Yep, I got a note of them.
Mhm.
If you talk with Ambrosio and Nyx, don't have it. But if you pick Amorous and Nice's mind as well, technically you can have the. If you guys really put your minds together, you could try to figure out the runes that were used for the Celestial Gateway to Aurelian Soul if you ever need it. But you would have to pick your minds together for it. Because you all three were there to witness it. Any other things that we're missing? Ambrosio is no longer one of you, Amorous and Nice. His burden has been lifted and is now passed on to effectively Jesk, who is now Flinson.
How do you spell Jesk?
J35K.
Of course. I mean, obvious when you realise,
Mm-hmm. But
So-
you don't have to put Jesk because it's Flinson, really. Jesk gave his life to bring back Flinson. He filled in the missing pieces of Flinson and then they resurrected him.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. It was a very touching and heartfelt moment. It made everybody cry. Fucked up. Yandi, specifically what you were told, as aforementioned, by the way, was that Baro issued a kill command for all of Piltover and Zon.
Hmm.
So does that mean
Wait.
just his guards are coming after us, or is
Nope.
everybody coming after all of the council?
Anyone that's an enforcer.
Wow.
Okay.
Including the adjudicators, which you don't know what's going on with that yet.
We need to speak to Morgan then.
Yeah, I thought Morgan was in charge of the adjudicators.
Like I said, you don't know what's going on with that.
Morgan's a bad guy. Narg, narg.
Morgan's the reason you know this.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Talking about
Hashtag
being a
not
bad guy.
bad
How's your
guy.
old war buddy doing there, Nog?
I'll let you know when I have tea with him in a little while.
Yeah.
Miri will
Well,
tell you too that she was just out there and she'll say everything's buttoned up real tight, and as of right now they know where you guys are but they don't know you're here, so best to keep the bar shut down
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
for the moment.
Is the kill command for the entire party, or just Tallulah and Amorous? And the other two council members?
Morgan just said that it was for the council members.
Okay, so me, Narg, and Nice can walk around freely.
Possibly.
Yeah, we're all right.
Let's go get some cotton candy.
Wow.
What do you guys want to do with your time? You have some free time to really think about and do what your next steps are here, but
You said it's daytime.
yes.
I'm probably going to sleep until nighttime.
Okay.
And then try to make my way over to the temple.
Make it my way.
On your own?
If
You
you wanna
need
come, you
to
can come with
stay
me.
hidden.
I mean, I don't think either of us should be out there at the moment. I think we should need to be here. I think we need to be sitting and talking about what our next move is and all moving together because
I mean, I can do things that I can get to the temple quietly, quickly, sneakily.
yeah, that armor makes you really good at sneaking.
Yeah, with my +6 stealth.
+6.
hmm Plus, I have hidden step. And I can fly. But I gotta get a long rest first, which is why I'm waiting till nighttime.
Talking of flying, who's going to have that broom?
Somebody who can't fly.
Also, Ambrosio, as you know, Yandi, is extremely furious, having found out in his death when he was leaving the domain of death, he saw his brother and his brother's wife, and he is furious.
Ambrosio?
Oh yeah,
Ooh.
Reva and Snare are dead.
I don't know who those people are.
His brother and his brother's wife.
You did just say
Yes,
that.
but who are they to the rest of the party?
Nothing.
Ambrosio.
Ambrosio's brother.
Nothing.
They are the ones who were supposed to bring Noxus down. They were the ones sieging. Freljord was sieging Noxus to give way for Ambrosio to take leadership because they had killed the king.
Did that succeed or?
No, they're dead.
Ooh. I mean, it's possible those two died, but they ended up winning the siege.
No, there's a giant field of dead Freljordians filled with that of a skirmish that was not prepared for.
I blame Burrow for that.
Thanks to good old Baru sending them siege weapons as well as
Siege weapons
drift
and
and shimmer.
rug.
I kind of feel bad about that because, wait, was that siege going on before or after we had our meeting with Burrow?
It was
We-
happening. The conversation you had with Baru was about 2 days before the official siege started.
We didn't know about it. And the information that we did get wasn't in time to do anything with it.
Correct. It's
We-
not your burden to carry it. She's correct.
Okay.
We
Like, you
did
couldn't have
try
prevented
to.
it, but you could have. Yeah.
We tried telling Ambrosio ahead of time, but he was in the middle of the dungeon. We couldn't really do anything.
Couldn't get information to him specifically.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many rings are we allowed to have? 3?
I think it's 2 on each hand, if I remember right.
Okay.
I have to go back through and look at the thingy. Sorry, hold on. 1 amulet, brooch, medallion, necklace, periaph or scarab on the neck, 1 vest, 1 vestment, 1 robe, 1 belt, 1 cloak, 1 cape, 1 ring on each hand, or 2 rings on 1 hand.
Okay.
Can we get magic tattoos?
Yes.
I'm a little torn. Do I want to give this ring to Dow or not? Because he had some problems last time. Dow, do you want this ring?
More importantly, how is Narg in this moment?
Ring of what?
It's the ring of free action. While wearing this ring, difficult terrain doesn't cost you extra movement. In addition, magic can neither reduce your speed nor cause you to be paralyzed or restrained.
It's like freedom of movement in a ring.
Is it an attunement item?
It is. Do you have more than 1 ring?
I think I have 1 ring. This whole attunement thing kind of confuses me.
You can have 2 rings.
Just ignore attunement for the most part.
Yeah, as far as your character sheet is concerned, so long as it doesn't have saving throw like pluses or minuses, you don't need to worry about picking attunement on your character sheet.
Hmm.
Right. Then I have room for a ring.
You do. You have room for 2 rings.
Well, I have
Right.
a ring of protection.
I'll go ahead and
That doesn't require attunement, does it?
Sure.
Or maybe it does.
Yeah, it does.
Oh yeah, there it is. Never mind. Disregard me.
Alright, you can have this ring of free action.
Ring of free action. Thank you very much.
You're also attuned to that staff of striking still, and I'm confused about that. It's not a good staff. It's good for monks. So, how is Narg handling all this, though, at this time, though? Because you are hearing a lot about Baru issued the command to kill these others that you're with.
Yeah, and I've heard everything out of Morgan's mouth, so I'm taking it all interestingly.
It's
'Cause
not
little
just
I know
from-
more.
It's not just from Morgan's hearing it on the loudspeaker outside.
And who
Uh,
controls the loudspeaker?
You're not hearing anything. There's not like a warning. If you hear these people, kill them. No, that's not going outside. There's
Okay.
there'll be something in a second, but not yet. Still do
Something
time.
that Yondi and I spoke about before was maybe trying to get the other 2 council members, and Amorous and I, to do some kind of public announcement to say that we have damning evidence on Baron Malfest, and that's why he's done what he's done, and that anybody who's acting on his instruction will be basically a felon, because he's soon to be, when we find him, he's soon to be thrown in jail. So
Did I message you the thingy? Morgan will tell you that Barrow has fled. Yep.
mhm.
Barrow is leaving. Or gone, rather.
Yep. The plan is for the current council to make a video conference, have a conference, and videotape it
Hmm.
live to all of Zon and Piltover to excommunicate Barrow.
As you guys are communicating and kind of thinking on this and such, there is a Hollowport announcement, and you can see, without any words to it specifically, it's hovering over Baru's Spire of Strength, where you can see what looks to be blood spread across the walls and the desk itself, as well as a body that's covered. And the caption beneath says, "Fellow council members found wanted for the assassination of Baru Malfist." And it's scrolling across the screen. And the issues 4 portraits of Amorous, Tallulah, Flincet, and Victoria.
Bryce, how much
Mhm.
chance have we got of getting Ada, her the AI-ness of Ada, to be able to send some images of what was going on in that place, along
Yeah.
with damning evidence of Barry Malfest publicly to say he's a dodgy fucker and don't believe him?
So Yandi currently has Ada in a jar in his arms right now. As he steps through the doorway, he's kind of like, "Hello."
Yeah, we're thinking of hooking her up to the internet of Piltover and Zon, or whatever kind of net you want to call it.
Only if there's a way of actually
Skynet.
getting her in a body after, because we did
Narg,
promise to do that.
you can hear over the intercom. Eventually, it does come through, and a woman reporting on the situation says, there was a holoport found behind the assassination of Baromolphus, stating in his lasting moments, potentially his last decree to Piltover and Zahn. And it comes overhead, and you see Baro's face flicker onto the screen and goes, hello, Piltover and Zahn. This is your councilman, Baromolphus. If you're seeing this, unfortunately my time has passed. I had suspected for many months at this point, with the assistance of Morgan, that there was foul play at foot with the other council members. When Victoria and Flinsant had taken an abrupt and silent leave from the council, I was concerned, but I thought nothing of it at the time. I was sure they would come back and claim their place when they needed to. Then I was told that there was a potential threat being passed to all of us council members, that certain parties involved wanted nothing more than to collapse the society. They took the form and the face of a cult known as the Sons of the Fallen, and as you can see, and there's images that appear to Lula, namely at the festival, there's a portrait of you speaking with the leader of the Sons of the Fallen. You can see they've been colluding for some time. When I spoke to them on this matter, idle threats were given. Different tensions were raised. And unfortunately,
by way of somebody bringing an axe to a conversation.
And unfortunately, there was nothing I could do at the time. Without Flinson and Victoria to be present, I could not take action against the council members who have done wrong on this side. My untimely death marks the truth of the situation, that I will have been killed by the two members and their cohorts. I had thought Flinson and Victoria is innocent from this statement, but it seems that they were instrumental in my death. I plead to you, Piltover and Zahn, to not seek vengeance, but justice. Seek out those who would pull us apart again. Find retribution in justice. Bring them to kneel. And then, maybe then, we can find peace within ourselves again.
Full of fucking shit.
The holoport goes silent and dark again.
Did I hear it or see it?
Yes,
Okay, because I was in the room sleeping.
you're fine. Your husband would have immediately woke you up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did give you his number. I think you can't find it.
It's alright. It's just so I can label the token eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Was Barrow well liked?
Barrow was adored by these people, yes.
We used to like him. Amrish used to sneak up on him every time he went for a conversation. And tickle him.
Mm-hmm.
Shady fucker.
Well, we know he's not dead.
Yandi, in your mind, Morgan just says, listen, boy. We don't have long. I'm holding them at bay at the moment, believing that you're hiding out in Muldrick Varnish's place. But you need to move. You don't have long. The adjudicators, although some of you are still in my control, it seems Barrow has been doing his homework on my people. Best I can do is save you a couple hours here.
All right, we're gonna leave. Ada with you, and you guys work to clear our names. I'm going to suggest to the rest of the party that we head out to Bilgewater because we needed to go that way anyways.
Dude, listen, between all of us, like 10 people, and Morgan, and James, and potentially being able to speak to Ada, there must be some sort of evidence that we can give to people for now, just to say, let us find Barrow and we'll show you that he's not dead, he's still alive, and he's a shady motherfucker.
Yuri is gonna just kind of look at you and just, look, I don't even know why I should have to ask you this, but you didn't kill Barrow, right?
No, he's still alive. He was
No.
the last time we saw him, we went to have a conversation with him to his spire, and he brought an axe out and leaned it against his desk and started getting all angry and threatening, and we left. And then we found all of this evidence about him being involved with everything that we found where Thea was.
It
And
won't be long before he's found alive or dead because he has a shimmer addiction that will kill him eventually.
yeah,
Talking
but we
about
haven't
Barrow,
killed-
you see there's on the holoport there's a dead minotaur with its lifeless body being covered by a drape, and that's what that whole video was about.
Yeah, but that
They
could have
stated that Barrow Malfist was found assassinated in his spire.
been any Minotaur. Did we see his face?
It could also
and
have
his
been.
body?
It could also have been like computer generated
Photoshopped, yeah.
images. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping Ada could do. I'm hoping Ada can prove that it's an altered video, or
CGI
that
or something.
or that she's got video footage of him actually leaving Zon and Piltover after the timestamp on the video.
Narg, as far as what's going on in your mind, that was pretty fucking real. It looked like Barrow. You knew Barrow better than anyone here. It looked just like him.
Yeah, but Narg was with us the entire time.
Hmm.
Well, he knows. It's just that was Barrow that was dead. For
Yeah,
sure.
And he saw
I did
the
see Tallulah for a little while, so
What? You think I've done it?
no, I'm just saying. Somebody asked.
Oh,
but I didn't
seriously?
see
Do you
for a
think I've
while.
done it? Because if you want to put me in shackles right now, then do that.
That wouldn't be good because everybody would then have you would take you away from me in shackles, so that wouldn't be a good idea.
Do I want him dead? Yes. Have I killed him? No. Would I tell you if I had? Absolutely. I'd be proud of it because he's a dirty motherfucker and he needs taken down. But not like this. Not an assassination. I want him arrested. I want him thrown in jail. I want him to rot in jail and die slowly. I want him to hurt like he's hurt all of those people.
I wouldn't mind seeing him dead.
Yeah, that too. But I've been with
Besides,
you the whole time.
There's
and I
always
have
the
not
very
killed
fun
him.
thing of killing somebody, bringing him back to life, and then killing them again. And then just repeating the process over and over.
I don't feel the same as Yondi. I think Yondi might be a little bit evil, and I'm not. So.
Listen, even nice people have evil thoughts, okay?
Do I want to chop all the pieces of him up and stamp on them? Yes. Do I want to bring him back to life to kill him again? No. Do I want to make Minotaur stew? Yes. Yes, I do.
I don't
But
think
I've
that'd
not
be very
killed him.
good.
No, probably. It probably tastes like shit.
I don't think
Um,
anything you say or do right now
I
will help
will.
the situation, and that I don't think we should stay in Piltover and Zon.
You think?
So I will come out of the room. I can prove that I didn't do that, which would mean that you didn't do that.
How would you do that?
Are we able to pull up the image again, Bryce?
Yeah.
Okay. So as we pull up the image, I will show you my crescent blades are in Baru, well, air quotes, Baru's body. If you look at it, it doesn't match mine.
Hers has 4 stars that are glowing on the hilt, whereas that one is completely dormant. No stars glowing.
Yeah, but that's
There's-
hardly evidence, is it? People could just say, well, you used something else.
Well, they can say the same thing about the evidence that we gathered out of that place, that we altered it and made it that way. I'm thinking, for the safety of everything that is going on, we should leave.
Mm-hmm. We definitely shouldn't be walking around the streets of Zorn and Piltover, popping into the temple. Definitely not.
Well, we're definitely going to be doing. Yes, we are.
No,
Well,
we're
at least
not.
I am.
I really don't think you should do that.
We have to either put them to rest, or we have to bring them back. Those are the two options we have right
There
now.
are other temples.
Trust other.
Okay.
Look, I don't know how wanted you guys are, how hot it is, but you gotta know that they're gonna be coming this way eventually. They know
Yeah.
you own this place.
So my thing is, the people know us, correct? They also know that in the last drop, supposed to be saying, and if they hear that last drop was attacked, who are they really going to believe then?
Amaris, when you've got people like the adjudicators telling you to stand out of the fucking way or die, you think people are willing to die for you? No
Well-
offense.
But here's the thing. No, I'm not thinking they're going to die. I'm wondering what Morgan has to say about the adjudicator. As I stare at Yandi and try to figure out what the heck he's doing.
We do need to speak to Morgan. Surely he's got some sway here.
He doesn't have. Apparently, some of the adjudicators have betrayed him and are going to follow the last orders of Barrow.
He doesn't have control over all of them. He says
Yeah,
there's
there's
some in his rotation, but Barrow's been doing his research.
So, do you remember
yeah,
when
so
I said
We
I
can't
don't-
trust the adjudicators, but we can trust Morgan, but we can't trust his people that we don't have direct connections with.
Remember when I said I didn't want them anywhere near?
You said you didn't want Morgan anywhere near.
Mm-hmm. Which would be his
Remember-
adjudicators too.
You remember when Barrow had specifically said he was going to use Morgan till he knew how to make adjudicators his own?
Mm-hmm.
And you guys had agreed at the time because you didn't trust Morgan at that moment.
Mm-hmm.
Take a wild guess what Barrow then did.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I firmly believe we got to put them to rest or bring them back, and we got to do that before we do anything.
Emerus, there's other places you can put him to rest without being here. You guys need to get the hell out of here.
Oh,
I understand that, like, you want to clean your name up and stuff, but this is a city that's still healing from shit. Not only was it a mad psychopathic robot trying to kill him, but then it turned out to be a mad psychopathic cult trying to separate him again.
Yeah, mad robot that we killed. And we are heroes for it.
Yeah. The cult that we took down. And we're
Well,
heroes for that.
And I was about to say, we didn't have any meetings with cult leaders at the fair because they were already imprisoned before that.
Mhm.
People are gonna side with you, but it ain't
Not
gonna be
everybody.
enough to keep the adjudicators and the enforcers from you, because all they're seeing is the facts, which is a dead body in Barrow's fucking Spire, and it's not gonna go well.
And
Obviously,
have
I'm
they
all
found
for
a dead
the.
body in his spire?
Yes. Didn't you just watch the video?
I saw a video of a dead body in the spire. Have they found an actual dead body?
Tallulah, that's live. That's people are seeing that right now. Like that's happening right now.
Okay.
That
He's not dead though, is he?
I don't know if he's dead. All of this is really confusing to me in general as to what the fuck he's even doing. Like, what does he gain from getting you guys killed? None of it makes any sense to me, and I'm still trying to figure it all out myself, but just going around and trying to clear your names by yourself without having a real course of action, you're gonna get yourselves killed.
If we can get Ada online, she can confirm that we weren't anywhere near Zorn or Piltover when Barrow died.
And we
We
can
were
work
in
on
the
that.
facility getting evidence against Barrow, damning evidence, which is why he's responded in this way.
See,
Probably
and
got somebody to bring him back to life. I don't know.
that sounds like a fantastic idea and everything, but like until that time, you guys are now I
Yep.
mean, you're enemy number one to this entire place.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just get the heck out of Dodge. We have places we need to be anyways.
I got people I can talk to. I'm not wanted. I haven't been seen with Barrow in God knows how long. Nobody's looking for me.
Didn't Barrow clear your name?
Barrow exonerated my previous crimes, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've put the broom of flying on my character sheet and given my winged boots to Nog.
Just, Mary, be careful.
Look, all I can afford to do is be careful. She holding Fia in one arm now at this point, who is asleep in her arms. Just goes, I can't afford to not be careful anymore. But
I want to send a letter to House Talos,
okay.
promising them that they can that they'll be given the the rights to manufacture weapons for the adjudicators after this whole thing is settled. If they help us clear the names of the current council.
We already sent a letter off like that.
They don't just want the adjudicators, they want the enforcers. They want to be the primary
How are they going to do that?
defenses.
Oh, we'll let them do the primary for the enforcers as well.
They want to be the primary manufacturer for enforcer weaponry.
Yeah, send a letter that they'll do that if they help clear the name.
We already did that. Or not the clear the name part. We sent a letter telling them that we would like them to do that because we found out what we found out through Barrow.
Yeah, and now that's all gone to shit. So either
Well,
they're
which is
gonna
where
help
going.
us clear the name and get the contract to do the enforcers and the Aurochs. I'm sorry, the adjudicators. Or Barrow's gonna win and they won't get any contracts.
What I'm telling you is we've already sent a letter saying, hey, as soon as this thing settles with Baru, they were going to get that contract. We can't then renegotiate the saying that
It's not a renegotiation. It's a, hey, either
I
give
don't
us
think
a
House
hand.
Talos is even anything to worry about right now. I don't think that's something that we are able to even discuss right now, because at the moment we are no longer members of the council.
No, he didn't say we weren't. He can't. He doesn't have the authority to kick you off the council.
But he has the
himself.
authority to have us all killed. Well, oh, you're still council members, but I am going to have you killed. I don't think that's how it works.
Yeah, he can because he has private control over the military forces. So he can tell them to do whatever he wants. But with the House Talos giving the rest of the council backing, that's what you need. They have a lot of pull in the city. if you can think of any other factions that have a lot of pull that are willing to give credit to your name, I would suggest you get a hold of them. Is that making sense?
I don't think there is anybody.
I think we've protected the town a lot, and while
Yeah.
its people would love to protect us, and I guarantee they would try to protect it.
The
We can't
Zonites
be here.
would 100% protect you guys.
Yes,
But how
and
many Zonites would die protecting you?
I don't
Exactly,
want that.
that's what
I
I'm
don't
saying.
want that. I don't
that's
want
what
that
I'm saying.
at
So
all.
we do need to leave.
Yeah, we do.
Piltover is the side that I was referencing. The Piltover appreciates you, and they do understand you're the heroes. But how many Piltover people would die for you? Really?
Are we
Yeah.
able to do something publicly just to say?
No, I don't. The problem is, if we run, we'll look guilty. If we stay, we'll be killed.
But I
So-
want to say we're not running. We're looking for Barrow. We're looking for more evidence because we know that Barrow Malphas has been involved in some really horrific things.
We're not gonna run. We're just gonna sneak out under the cover of night so that nobody sees us leave the city.
Nobody
don't
knows
need
you're here yet.
You have teleportation circle. We don't need to sneak anywhere.
But we want to go to over to Bilgewater, and we don't have any teleportations for Bilgewater. We were going to go to Bilgewater next.
But isn't Bilgewater close to other places?
It's kind of in the middle of the water.
Yeah. We were
It's a
going to go to
little bit like
Bilgewater
Australia.
next and then go up to Ionia. There was an artifact piece I think that you needed, Tallulah, for your weapon.
Yep.
Or a forge in Bilgewater.
The
Forge.
And then we needed to go up to Ionia to the forge for me. And I think there's something of the other thing, horrible thing happening up there.
The darkened weapons are gathering.
I have the mold. Isn't that finished here in this town?
It is in Piltover.
Bilgewater is as close to Piltover and Zorn as it is to Ixtal, so we could just go to Ixtal and then go from there to Bilgewater.
Okay.
yes, Dial, your item here in Piltover. But again, like if you want to go on your own or go with Rob, all right, nice, and Yandi, you can, but
But we can't
we can't leave.
come with you.
You would have to do it on your
And without you guys, we're here just waiting to be picked off.
Right.
So, you know,
All right, so
go
we'll
by
go
all
drop.
means, but this place is going to be full of adjudicators as soon as you do.
We can go drop off the mold to House Talos, and then come back and we'll teleport to Extol and then fly to Bilgewater.
Where about in Ixtal is the teleportation thing?
It's at the Sphinx's library.
Which is on the map? Where is it? Is it north, south, east, west, Ixtal? Is it
Give me a second, I'm pulling up your map.
okay?
Here's Piltover and here's Zon.
Mhm.
Here's Ixtal.
Mhm.
Here's the library. Right in that little crevice, right there.
Right.
And currently where Nyx is, by the way, since they had messaged, Nyx is right in here.
In the sea.
Correct. Right in the center of it. Specifically, she saw a large stone spire. And Pi said, "Oh, we need to leave."
Yes.
What's Nyx?
Who
Who?
is Nyx?
All right,
She's one of
who
the
is
people
next?
on the other
Nyx is
group.
Ambrosio's mate or partner, whichever you prefer.
Wifey.
They're not married.
Tough. Still wifey.
She's just thirsty for his DNA.
They are promised to one another. Flincent, Victoria, and Ambrosio are roughly around here, near that mud town mark.
Mudtown?
So we could stop by there, make a video, send it
Yeah.
to back over to Piltover's on
Mhm.
to have played while we continue doing our thing.
With the 4 council members?
Yeah, we can meet up with their group, make the video of them.
Mhm.
What you call it? Not disproving the video, but saying that that's completely false and made up, and that Barrow's still alive, and that he's officially been kicked off the council.
As
We
of
don't
right
know
now,
We don't know that he's still alive, but we didn't kill him.
as of right now, he's only painted the Flincent and Victoria were innocent, but it seems they were in cohorts with you guys to assassinate him.
Right now, if we do anything, it'll be our word against his, and the adjudicators that he has and the enforcers that he has are going to take his side,
Well,
regardless
you're
of
all
what we
alive,
show them.
and they've found his dead body.
Yeah, but we need Piltover and Zorn to know that we are not only innocent, but also looking to prove that. We're not on the run as criminals. We are looking for evidence to prove our innocence.
Difficult position to be in, for sure.
That's what she said.
Ha. Ha 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 ha.
So, wherever it is, it might be a long time before we can come back.
Yep, and we'll leave it up to Morgan, Ada, House Talos to clear our names in Piltover.
No one's going to do that. Your name's fine. Do Miri and Fia want to come with us?
Where?
I don't know. Not here. I don't know if you'll be safe here.
Look, I got places that can be buttoned up, and nobody will even know I'm here for the next month. I don't like going to those places because it gets a little questionable, but at the moment, anywhere I travel with you guys, no offense to any of you, but
Mm-hmm.
the heat is hot on you.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Just stay
I
safe.
want to be with you, it's just I don't know right now, and she can't be getting hurt.
No, absolutely. You do what's best. You take Amrose's kids with you if she wants you to. Make sure they're safe.
Your husband can come with me as well. We've got a nice safe house, Amaris. If you want to be there, if you want him there, we can all be safe. We'll be taken care of. They'll be fed. It's nothing luxurious, but the people that I'm going to see, they owe me big. So I suspect too. I know you guys are talking like a couple of you might not be on the radar, and you might not be, but if they're looking for Amaris and Tallulah, the easiest way to get to them is the people she's with and you're with the most
Mhm.
often. So, just, you're not actively wanted, but you might be
An
actively
association.
pursued and questioned.
I don't think any of us should be wandering around these streets right now. I think we just need to leave.
Do you have everything we need for the trip that we're about to take?
No, but let's go. I have my life.
You're going where?
Better not to tell you.
Yeah, I think it's best if we don't tell you.
Better I don't put my fist through your fucking face. Tallulah, where are you going?
First, we're gonna go to Bilgewater. After that, I don't know.
If you're going to Bilgewater, there's a couple friends of mine. We used to run in a group together. Maybe you can find them.
Maybe I can tell you the story one day of how I met your parents in Bilgewater.
You met my parents?
I have.
You are deeply layered.
It took me a while to realize that's who they were, but I did. And they weren't the people that they were painted out to be. There was no shimmer.
They weren't.
were-
They were never addicted.
No, they were horsemen.
So what happened to my arm then?
That would have been your good friend, Heinrich.
Fuck.
I'm sorry.
You know what? It's fine.
It's not. But you've got it back now, so, you know.
There's a guy named Varys Morningtide. Find him at the
Morningside.
find him at the Whistling Donkey.
We know a Morningtide.
I doubt they're related. I think Morningtide was like a title or like, you know, he's an early writer kind of guy, but I don't know.
I know.
His name's Varys, and I did some work for him back in the day. He should be able to get you information at the very least, and if you need charters anywhere, they'll help you out.
Okay, thank you. And don't forget, you have your sending stone, and I have mine.
Bet your ass. Don't die.
Nor you. And you either, little Fia.
Fia, who's still sleeping in her arm, hiccups, and there's a slight blue shimmer of butterflies that flow around her.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give them both a hug.
Mm-hmm. She just pushes her forehead to yours and just goes, it's gonna be okay. We're gonna clear this up. It's just a fucking mess right now.
Mm-hmm. It's just another monster to get rid of. And we've been 100% successful so far. So, you know, apart
See,
from that whole, you know.
I was about to say, what's your definition of success?
that's
I
that
mean,
optimism that we live for.
We're alive. I know Renato isn't, again.
He can be brought back. Preserve the body.
So, the
Poor little-
issue that you're gonna run into, which the other party, we'll just say they relay that to you, the situation, is when they brought Flinson back, it wasn't as easy as just do it. The organs and such have pretty much been wiped and replaced with robotics, as well as no arms, no legs. So unless you're using some high-powered resurrection, you gotta fill in the slots that are missing.
Mhm.
Well, if
Otherwise,
you-
they'll come back as a armless and legless torso.
I
Well,
think
if
that's why
you-
she wanted to go to Diana, because she wants a true resurrection to bring them back properly.
I was about to say, if you use the regular resurrection spell, doesn't that just bring them back as a different race?
You're talking about
That's
reincarnation.
reincarnation.
Reincarnation. There you go.
Do you really want to do that to people who liked who they were?
I mean,
Is
did they
we-
like who they were with arms and legs? Because, you
Are
know,
they racist?
No, they just liked being who they were. Imagine
would
someone
still
brought you back
be-
and you're not you anymore.
they would still be themselves. It would still be their personality. They would have all their memories and everything. They just would be a different race.
And they would have, a completely organic body to come back to.
Arms and legs and everything. And
Something that
eyeballs.
isn't theirs. It's like putting a soul in a new vessel and going, "Here you go, be happy."
I
I mean,
mean,
you dealt with it once with Miri and that gal, and she wasn't
ultimately,
happy
we
to be
have
in there.
two torsos in a bag and the soul of a woman in a necklace. So, I mean, things could be better.
Things could be better. And resurrection, no, does not return their body. I don't believe, as far as what I'm reading here. Just
This
cures
is
poisons and diseases.
why I wanted to go to the temple. Yes. That's why it had to be that temple.
You're going to have to find a different temple to Diana.
In Bilgewater.
Is the one in Bilgewater?
I can
Probably
almost
not.
guarantee you, if there is a temple in Bilgewater, it's probably abandoned.
Bilgewater, for one, is a lawless country. Two,
Mhm.
typically worship more of the primordial forces than the gods. So you would find statues to Alawi and the likes.
Resurrection closes all mortal wounds and restores any missing body parts.
Did I miss that? I must have missed that.
True resurrection.
That's true resurrection, might, but
No.
resurrection.
No,
is-
No,
resurrection.
I was just reading this, and all I saw was it neutralizes any poison and normal diseases when it died. If it doesn't, however, removes magical diseases, cures, and the like. Such effects aren't removed prior to casting. Blah 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 blah. Coming back's an ordeal. Minus 40 your penalties. Reduces by one.
You missed a line out. The
Yeah.
line between those two paragraphs.
Uh-huh. Above that, coming back from the
Yeah,
dead,
there you go.
that line, this
Yeah,
spell.
just find someone who can resurrect people twice. There you go.
Yeah, 7th
Good
level necromancy. How hard can it be?
How hard can it be?
Yeah, 7th level is a whole lot easier than 9th level.
What's this coin you're putting in Fia's pocket, Mark?
Well, it's in the text.
Heat a gold coin, pounds it with a hammer, gets a butter knife, heats the gold coin, chisels one side with a smile face, the other is smashing it in the dark.
How long have they been dead?
Love that.
Longer than a minute.
Yes.
What?
Been dead.
How long have
Depends
they
on your
been- how long
definition
have
of
they
dead.
been- They were killed. Vincent was killed a day ago. The others were killed. Renato would have been about 2 weeks prior to you guys in the facility. Pandora was about a month prior. And Axe was about 3 months prior.
Why are you asking that?
Reincarnated 10 days.
So we have to get to a temple quickly.
Would work on Flinson, but Flinson's already back. Just fixed Flinson. Flinson's a weird case now. He's mostly himself.
He's got some psychological therapy to go through.
No, he's just a mix between himself and Jesk. As to who's in charge is dependent on every day.
Yeah.
Since Jesk filled in the slots, they're sharing a house basically.
Ugh, that doesn't work out well.
Yeah.
All right.
That or not having him back at all. So they chose to let.
Greg.
They chose Greg.
No, he had his push to talk button. but the echo was really.
No, I know. It was just the perfect timing because I said they chose, and you said Greg. They chose Greg.
Yeah, so we just need to find a 13th level cleric.
Just a 13th level cleric. No, you know. There's one right down the road. No.
Baruch, yep.
Huh?
I mean, we're going to Bilgewater, which isn't great. But then after that, we're going to Ionia, which is pretty much home to magic research.
We have divine magic.
That's Targan.
I don't want to go to Target.
Do you want the peak of divinity? It's Targan. Targan is where Aurelian's soul's body is imprisoned perpetually. It's where Pantheon, Soraka, Diana, Leona, and the others of the likes ascended. That's where you find your divinity, is Targan.
Mount Targan?
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't Nice have to go there anyway?
If he wants
Only-
the Leona side.
Yeah, if he wants to be on the bad person side.
What? She's not a bad person.
See?
Not bad.
No,
Isn't Diana? For goodness
like-
sake.
I like Yandi so much better now. Yandi,
It's
You're
not
good.
between Diana and Leona. It's between Leona and Hecarim. Are the options. He has an axe he can turn into in the Shadow Isles, or he has the blade that he can turn into Leona's.
Well, we don't have a safe way to get to the Shadow Isles, do we?
God no.
No. I don't even think
Shadow
we could
Isles
go
is
there
where you
unless
go when
dead.
you're dead.
Mhm.
There's a quick way there.
Yeah, nice. Just kill
Yeah.
everybody.
Piss Nice off.
Just snap their necks
Right,
in the
Amaris?
sleep.
was not aware that I pissed him off. Is that what it was that did it?
I mean, he must have done. He murdered you a bit.
He did you a murder.
He did do you a murder.
You know, I have forgiven him for that, right?
You might
may
have.
not.
You killed my friend. Fuck that. Nope.
So what's the plan, wanted felons? Where you want to go?
We're gonna go to Bilgewater for Tallulah's thing and to find out about the chick in the necklace. I forget what her name is.
Wow. So rude.
I didn't write it down, but I'm pretty sure that Tallulah has it written down.
Yeah.
Can we go shopping?
Can you go
Shopping?
shopping?
You can go
You
shopping,
can
yeah.
go shopping, you bitch. And we go shopping.
Some of us can go shopping, yes.
But they might take you down to the Paradise City, where it's
We can also go shopping in Bilgewater.
You're really pushing this Bilgewater business.
There's lots of things that we need to do in Bilgewater.
and it's not Zorn or Piltover, which, by the way, we're still here. That door is going to come in any second.
Mm-hmm.
So
How long does it take you to cast Teleportation Circle?
So let's go down into the workshop and get out of here.
Okay.
Aren't there some things we need in the Shadow Isles as well?
What was that?
Some things we need to do in the Shadow Isles.
There are things.
Those creatures that came down.
The Asfaraba.
Bless you.
Thank you. Those are kind of like the get your life together and then come back to it at the end. Because that's kind of, once that's done, boy howdy. Those aren't imminent threats, but they're growing threats.
All right, so we're gonna find a safe little hidey hole to put Ada's brain. Let Morgan know to come pick it up. Make sure it's taken care of properly, and we need Ada's help to do things. and to check in on what was his name, Jason?
Jace.
Jace,
Jason.
the guy who built her. Check on him. He should
Yes.
either
I thought
He
he was
should-
dead.
Jace is not dead. Jace is not here.
He's gone. He's been gone a long time, they said.
None of
Oh.
the people, such as Jace, such as Poppy, such as Annie, such as Soraka, Diana, Leona, Hecarim, don't exist. They phased out. They got pulled away from this universe.
wrong person. I'm talking about the person who made Ada.
James.
James. That's the one. Okay.
Not Jace, but James.
Yeah, make sure he should be on his way back
He's here.
if he's not already here. Yeah.
He's around.
And then let him know, what we expect to happen. And that we sent a letter to the Talos family along with a mold that we have for a weapon that we would like made.
Yeah.
And then after that, I think we're headed out, right, guys?
ASAP, ideally. Before the enforcers kick the door in.
Between all the talking and such, Morgan did warn you he had about 2 hours at most that he can stall them,
Hmm.
as they're currently scouting and scouring through Moldric Varnish's old tower.
You mean 2 hours to extol them?
Haha, you're hilarious.
Thank you. I'm here all day.
I just made a face.
Yep, you should see the face my face is making.
Hmm. So,
Last time I spoke to Zelda, he said you should see the face that my face is making right now.
So I think now it's time to turn to Dow and see how he feels about the whole situation before we take off.
Who's Dow?
Narg,
Narg.
McNog Punts.
McNarg pants.
And what is your direct question?
The direct question is pretty much which side are you on? Are you on Barrow's side or are you on our side?
I don't think it's a question of sides at this point. I think it's more of a Narg, what do you want to do? We're going to run.
Other than kill us and give our heads to Barry Malthus.
Barrow's dead, as far as we know.
Is he fuck?
As far as the public knows, Ada told you guys that he evacuated Piltover and Marin to Noxus.
Yes, because he's obnoxious.
Nogs
Can we
were-
trust her?
Can you trust Ada?
Ada.
Narg's going to do
Yeah.
what?
Why not?
Yes, we can trust Ada, but it was Morgan who told us that he took off.
Can
We
I
trust
hear?
James, don't we? What?
I just was trying to hear what Narg was saying.
So Nog's gonna stand in front of you and he's just gonna look at you with his arms open. He's gonna put all his weapons on the table. Do those look like the tools of a politician? Or do those look like the tools of somebody who wants to adventure?
It all depends on what you're going to use those tools for.
We'll say this. Do you believe that bullshit that was on the TV? That we had something to do with it?
He was with us all the time, so he obviously knows we didn't do it.
Not unless you knocked me out and ran out and did it, but I don't remember being unconscious for anything other than rum. And I'll just pack up my weapons and say, I'll follow you, but, if you think I'm a politician, then that's not what I am.
No, it's not a politician thing that I'm worried about, Narg. It's you've known him for a very long, and now all of a sudden,
Right. If he's
He's-
dead, he's been killed for political reasons.
or he faked it.
Politics.
All right.
Or if he's still alive and Morgan's behind everything.
Or we got somebody to kill him so it would look like we'd done it and then resurrect him afterwards.
I wasn't invited to the funeral, so there's that.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
We
neither
just
were
found him
we.
dead. How fast do funerals go in your world?
In my world, they can happen the next day.
This is still the same day. This is the same hour they found Baru.
Alright, so let's get going.
For the record, I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
None of us like
But-
any of this.
So,
But
first
it's-
question: how are you planning to get to Bilgewater?
We're gonna teleport to Extol and then use our flying things that you gave us.
The route. Now, you were just
Yeah.
there. You were just at that place there, Yandi.
At Extol, yeah.
Mm-hmm. You're aware that there's adjudicators there.
Okay. I would hope that those adjudicators that are at that particular library are trustworthy, or at the very least,
Mm-hmm.
won't try to kill us the second we pop up before we take off.
It wasn't about a threat thing. That's not why I said that. You're not under threat by those adjudicators, no. So do you have a spell slot for teleportation circle at the moment?
Did I get that long rest?
You did not.
If we have not had a long rest, then no.
Hey, shopping.
You came back and rejoined the communicating, Amorous, so no, you did not.
Nice, just go shopping if that's what you want to do.
What do you want, Nice? What are you looking for?
But if you're not back in here an hour, we'll have to leave because we can't stay.
Well, where are we going? How we can get there? We can't teleport.
Not yet.
With a long rest, 8 hours.
Yep.
Only going to be honors in less than 2.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Morgan said. It could hold them off for 2 hours, and that was it.
At most 2 hours.
And it's probably been that long now. Feels like it's been more.
I said it's
Well,
been about an hour.
Don't we have a secret entrance to the sewer system under this thing that's kind of like really hidden?
A secret what, Greg?
A secret entrance into the
A,
sewer
se- a
system?
secret what, Greg?
Stop
Yeah,
it.
a secret entrance.
A secret tunnel?
No.
Wow.
Oh, you should have pushed the thing.
So,
No, not allowed.
I would have allowed it.
Jim's here.
so
Overruled.
DM rules, Jim, in DM game. I don't know who knows about it.
About what?
The t-
The secret
Oh,
tunnel?
it would just be the people gathered here.
and
And-
everybody we work with. All the people
No,
who work
just-
here. The people who work here know about those tunnels.
I would hope that the people that work here are, loyal to you.
Yes, but I wouldn't expect them to give their lives for it. I expect them to do what they do.
I would expect them to not tell them that there's a secret tunnel over here.
Not a single one of your workers would say shit. They would go down dead before they would say anything. You picked
That makes-
loyal and honest people.
Speaking of the hospital upstairs, while we're dealing with all this, I'm gonna go up there to them.
It's empty.
Yeah, just about everybody was cured of their shimmer addiction.
No, they were supposed to come back.
No, he was still on a month. You let them go. You said they could take time off because they lost a patient.
Yeah, but I didn't think it was.
You've only been gone about 2.5 weeks. They're still missing. They're still out. Your doctor, especially, he's took a heavy blow from that because he lost that patient.
I think what we need to do now is find somewhere that we can go and have a long rest. Maybe Mary can suggest somewhere since she knows places.
What about that crypt that we found Waylon's daughter in?
I don't know if that's the best idea.
I think it's a great idea.
Of course you do, because you're the DM and you're evil.
I think it's a fantastic idea.
No. The fact that Bryce thinks it's a fantastic idea makes me even more determined that it's really not.
I mean, the only other choice is to sleep in the sewers. Unless you can think of something else that doesn't involve leaving.
How many of us can fly right now?
Everybody can fly.
Should be
We all-
everyone now.
Yeah, we
Okay.
all got special things for motor transport.
Okay. Well, then why don't we fly? Take a few hours, just get to somewhere away from here, find somewhere to sleep, and then decide where we're going when we wake up, when we're fully equipped to fight if we need to.
I thought the whole point of hiding and teleporting out was one, so that nobody saw us leave the city, which,
Yep.
flying out, people will see us leave the city. And
But
two
you
was
haven't
to,
got a teleport till morning, and we have not got till morning because this place is going to be over and within forces within the next hour.
Amaris, go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Next 2 minutes. I think it's been 2 hours.
No one knows we're here. No one knows we're in the city.
They know we're in the city. They don't know we're in the last drop. But
Yes,
who's
they
going
don't. We portaled in. Nobody
I
knows
know.
we're in the city.
25.
They don't know you're here, but they will come look. They know this is your place.
Yeah.
At the very least, they'll find evidence here, and they will 100% come here.
Yep.
That's why Morgan's holding them off from coming here, because he knows you're here. What'd you roll? 22?
25.
25. In the distance, just barely on the edge of your periphery, as they're communicating with one another and not arguing, but discussing the next routes and everything. You can hear what sounds like an airship in the distance.
We at least need to
Air-
go somewhere to sleep. Then
Airship?
teleport.
Mm-hmm.
Airships aren't a bad idea. We could sneak on board on one of those.
The airship is what the adjudicators use to get around the city. Just so far.
Amazing.
We take one of them. Make it ours.
There you go.
we were
Yeah.
trying to avoid fighting our way out.
How do you
Well-
fight felony charges? By accruing felony charges.
Kill the
We don't-
adjudicators.
That's the spirit. See, Nice has got it.
I don't think we should do that. I
Can
don't
be
know.
put in
think we
prison if
need
you
to-
kill the people trying to imprison you.
I
My
don't think we need
point
to look any more guilty.
my point was that they're go.
Huh?
My point is they're coming. They're close. We need to leave.
Yes. But we
Now.
can't teleport, so what do we do? If we can't leave here and we can't teleport, we can't stay, what do we do?
Secret tunnel.
Secret tunnel.
Use the secret tunnel.
Right.
That's how
Let's
we
go.
get out without
You
being
make me
seen.
pull up a map I haven't pulled up since session 1. Jeez.
We've used it a little bit.
Do it.
No, I haven't pulled this map up though.
Oh, not this one. No, this was
Jeez, this is the tunnel system underneath your bar.
no. We had the other one.
Nan should have somebody down there that could lead us through the tunnels to where we need to go.
This leads you through to the spillways. That's where this goes. This is where Leo died. This is where you first met Doucheface.
Waylon was there, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't
Waylon appeared in multiple places. He was a shadow there, shadow here, shadow here.
he? That's where he killed Leothar.
Mm-hmm.
we can-
Mirian, Nice, and Harm all met you right here. They broke you out. And
Okay.
when they got out, Leo was stabbed through the chest.
Yeah.
This is where it started. I haven't pulled this map up since.
I hope Amherst's crew cleaned up this tunnel
Why would they?
because they constantly use it to get around and do their little sneaky.
First of all, let's clarify. This is not Amherst's crew. It's the last drop crew. That includes you.
Yeah, but you're the boss. You're the one who tells them what to do.
No, I'm the only one brave enough to say anything for them to do it.
And you're the one who owns the last drop.
Well, my name is on the title, but that doesn't mean that
Mhm.
I own.
I just make the stuff they need to do their job. That's it.
There you go.
Right.
I should say I don't even do that. I operate the fabricator that makes the things that they need to do their job.
Making your way into the sewer system.
We all share in the profits, so then all.
Where are you going?
He's walking.
Making his way downtown.
Is it sunshine in
So,
here?
nice.
Walking on
It's completely
sunshine.
dark in here. No lights or anything.
Nope,
Those of you
300
who-
feet of darkness.
That's fine. Those of you
Yeah.
who can see in the dark, you will see what looks to be individuals who are still squatting down here.
Everybody's got 300 feet of darkness. Dark vision. They're squatting down here as in they don't have food and stuff.
Shimmer addicts. People who can't find anywhere else to be.
I mean, there's a hospital. No one's there at the moment.
There's people who can get helped and people who don't want to be helped.
These,
I know. Who are you telling?
I know, right?
so
So you guys come to this section here, and in the center of this corridor, there's inky blotches of darkness that are coursed across the ground where you guys remember where you first encountered Waylon. Still there.
don't like leaving them behind. Who moved me? I didn't move.
You didn't move?
No.
Why?
Because there are people there who are addicted to Shimmer, and my whole
Oh, yeah.
mission, a whole thing that I've been doing is, fixing that.
They know where they can get help and they don't want it right now. Maybe when they do, they'll know where to go. Right now, you need to get out of Zorn. Right now, you need to think about yourself. Because you won't be able to help anybody if you die again for the second time.
What's over
Right.
here?
Third time.
That's how you get to the spillways this way.
This is the spillways. This will
Third time.
take you to
Tallulah.
the alleyways and Zon. And you don't know where this takes you all the way down here. Haven't gone there.
Well, judging by if we're going by if the map is anywhere near accurate,
No.
takes you up right there by the tavern, by the last shop.
I don't like it.
What?
Yeah.
What don't you like?
I mean, I'm going with you guys because that's what we're supposed to do, but I don't like it.
Like
Listen,
what?
nobody likes squatters.
What don't
I'm
you
not
like?
talking about. We're running away instead of facing our problems head on.
We can't face hundreds of enforcers coming and killing us. We
Yeah,
need to prove our innocence. Come on, then, let's
Shouldn't
go
have-
back. We'll stay in the last drop and we'll just, what do we do? Oh, we didn't do it. believe us, we didn't do it. I know Baru had evidence to say that we did, but honest.
They'll blow up the entire building just to get us.
And then there'll be no hospital. There'll be no help for any addicts. There'll be no anything.
Look, I get what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. I just don't like any of it.
None of us like it. None of us like any of this. I don't want
As
to
someone
live.
who has experienced centuries of life, these things happen. And sometimes you just need to walk away and it'll
Centuries
right
of life.
itself.
How old are you?
I'm going on 300 years old.
Jesus, no wonder he's such an arsehole.
Right? So dirt old. Jesus Christ.
The old elf.
Elves, man.
I think by technicality, I think the oldest in your party is Nice.
Nice. How old are you?
I said by technicality.
I mean, he's made of rock.
Physically Nice's cohesive like self is, I believe, in his 20s.
Nice has been
Part of his-
self-aware for 20
But
years.
Nice has been one of many death for eons, so he's existed in consciousness forever. Since dawn of time. Because
You're
like I
hitting my
said
head.
before, the horseman of death never passes, it's just shared.
So he's invincible. You're right.
It's not invincible, no.
You just said he can't
Others-
die.
His
Others-
soul lives forever. His
Their
body
soul is eternal. The physical body is not. Sheldrick has been beheaded. You watched it.
Yeah, and then we heard that he come back alive again.
hmm In spirit only. He's non-corporeal. Death does not die. Death is the only constant.
That's so rock and roll.
You say rigmarole?
I said that is so rock and roll.
Right.
Or in Icy's case, that would be rock and soul.
Rock and soul. Jesus. Nice. As you are down here, go ahead and make me a history check, please.
$16.
16. You're fairly certain this direction, that far side, that leads to the mines. It descends.
I don't want.
Do you want to hide out there for the night?
No.
Even better
Absolutely
idea.
not.
Even better idea. Love it.
You would not like what you find down there.
I
Yeah.
mean, I was there for the one set of mines that we went in with the big gigantic
Kython?
thing.
Yeah. Narg, go ahead and make a perception check since you're back there, bud.
Making sure nobody's sneaking up on us. Oh,
One of the Shimmer addicts is kind of just Smeagol crawling and watching you from a distance, but doesn't seem threatening in any capacity.
There's Narg. Perception. Woohoo! Narg continues to be not perplexed.
6. Yep. None the wiser. But there is a Shimmer addict that's just kind of watching you from a distance, keeping its distance, obvious.
Rob's just whispered, kill him. Like, what? No.
Wait,
Well,
Nard,
here's the
give
thing.
him some of your shimmer candy.
Shimmer. What?
Oh, I only had the one piece. I wasn't greedy.
So here's the thing. If we don't buy him off or do something, he is going to rat on.
No,
Just
some
so
are
you-
too far gone, and some are extremely feral. That's one of them.
Which the feral.
When they're feral like that, they can't speak.
Okay, so he can't speak, but that doesn't mean he can't tell them by picture and point.
I can go back and
Are you suggesting that we kill an innocent?
Well, 1, describe innocent. 2, no, I'm not suggesting kill him. I'm saying buy him off.
Buy? You want to give money to a shimmer addict?
I mean, why not? She gave money to a thief.
You might as well just kill him. Because if you give him money, he's just going to get one shimmer and probably just die of it.
Kalula, you're fairly certain he's not going to talk to anyone.
Mm-hmm.
They don't talk. They
No.
just exist to consume that which has consumed their life.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going out into the spillway then.
Yeah, looks
It's
like.
up to you. Just take
Nice.
you to the alleyways. This will take you to the spillway. That'll take you to the mines.
Going.
Amaris is right in here as well. You can see more inky black shadows, outlines of what used to be Wayland's dogs that are smashed across the floor.
We're not
where
going
it-
to the
where it
spillways.
first started.
Where are we going now? Amaris.
I don't know where we're going.
The spillways
But-
is this way. You're heading back into zone.
I'm making sure nothing follows.
Make a perception check.
So,
We didn't go that way, so why would anybody follow us from that way?
26.
Nobody would. Just for something else. Above, well above, you can hear what sounds like that hover or that airship significantly closer and locking in. You can feel the tunnel starting to rumble. Everybody can feel that.
Lead the way.
Spellways?
It's like it.
Sounds
Right.
like
Got to pull up another map I haven't pulled up in a while. Whee!
Don't you like being able to reuse material?
Well, when you go to the same places.
Image may have been disabled.
What did you issue to your children and your husband, by the way? What to do with them?
I will whisper you that.
Yeah. You re-enter the spillways. This takes you back up to the top side of where you met Henrietta at the Jaded Lantern. This down here, you're not sure. But the current does drift down here. You can hear wind whistling. These routes you've not gone down yet. And this hole, if you climb down, was where you guys entered the other mines. The ones beneath the Temple of Diana. This is those mines. That's where, specifically this mine is where Shimmer is manufactured.
Is that the mines that I'm familiar with?
No. The Kython ones were the other mines.
Okay.
That was
There's
the yours, not the mine.
Yeah, those are the yours, not mines.
Lead the way.
Move yourselves as you see fit.
Amaris, I've never been down here. I don't know where I'm going.
Neither have I.
Yeah, you have.
Once.
You can see because you've got dark vision going.
There's a collapsed tunnel that leads over to the other section, but is collapsed. Nice. Go ahead and make a strength check if you want to open that grate.
We can fly. We can go across.
It's collapsed. It's like a tunnel that's collapsed. You don't go over tunnels, you know what I mean?
It's
34,
a strength
Jesus.
check, not a save.
Doesn't matter.
it's just-
Natural 18 is enough, even as is.
Yeah.
So you open it. There's a and it opens. There's more of that vibration up above. And there's some lights that go through the tunnels above you guys, as you can see small holes in the stonework.
Where are we going? Just open this because I was passing.
You opened it and went in. Yandi went through. Yandi, you can see more individuals, couples laying on the edges here. Not shimmer addicts, but not exactly squatters, but people that don't really have anywhere else to go.
Nice, Tallulah, you coming?
Yeah, they're right there. Um,
We were
you
just
can hear
talking.
what sounds like sirens going off at this point. The tunnels shake more. The rock above starts to unsettle and dust falls from the ceiling and then eventually relaxes.
That was probably the last drop exploding.
Or the airship landing. But whichever, I guess.
It's like we didn't hear explosions. All we heard was rumbling and some dust. So it's probably just them landing.
You stepping over the people that are laying on these sections. There are individuals on this walkway.
Rolling him into the water.
We're not rolling them into the water.
Okay.
Aramis, are you walking in the muck?
Amaris, if you see out here, you can look out, and there's a bead of light at the end of that tunnel.
You in the water?
Yeah.
It's not deep.
Mhm.
Not in here.
It's not
Out
clean
there it
either.
was. I mean, it's not super dirty. Like, it's not shit.
I wouldn't drink it, but you
Just
know.
gray water.
What?
It's gray
If
water. It's
there's-
what you don't drink.
There
Non-potable.
is a light at the end of the tunnel down here, guys.
There is.
But where does it lead to?
Well, if we go into it, you will definitely find out, won't you?
Does somebody who's very stealthy want to go and have a look, maybe?
Right?
Narg.
That would be
Clank. Clank.
clink,
Narg.
clink, 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 clink.
Not exactly stealthy, but I'll go take a look. At least I'm not wearing heavy armor.
Do we have to be stealthy?
No, I don't know why.
No,
that's
not if you
relevant.
don't mind being seen.
No one's here to see us.
Well, what if you pop up in the middle of zone? We don't know where this goes.
It's not in the middle of the zone.
I'm
We
gonna
don't know
cast
that, though.
You're pretty
guidance.
comfortable with the distance you've traveled, though. You're not in the center of zone. The last
Alright.
drop is in the center of zone. The last drop is literally called the heart of zone for that exact reason, because it is in the heart of zone.
All right, so we're gonna sneak up to the end of the tunnel and take a peek out.
So there's wind that's whistling in the distance as you approach, and you can see a sewer grate that is closed at the moment, but it leads down, cascading over a ledge, and you can see beneath you is the outer bay area of Zon. Which, let me pull you that map and I will point to you where it is.
Like where we were fighting the Kraken?
No. Kraken? When you were in
Well,
the Kraken?
the dead Kraken.
You'd be out in this section over here. that does lead you out if you want.
Okay.
Hmm.
Does go right into the water or into the open bay, but might be better than here at this point.
So let's head there.
Someone want to open the grate?
Mr. Nice.
Nice.
Right. You know, save the grate. We're gonna want to put it back.
Drink check. You don't have to unhinge it. You can just push it open.
27.
Another natural 18. Wow. Look at you. 27. It pops open.
Let's go.
We're all gonna take out our flying devices and head towards what is it, Mudtown, where the other group is?
They're not in Mudtown. They're near what's on the map known as Mudtown. Oh boy, gotta dig into my map or into my notes to find the name of that place. It's the equivalence of the Lotus Eaters. I can tell you that much. They're people that are eating a fruit called the Buju fruit, and they're being harvested by a creature.
Oh, let's not go there then.
It's called Ixoacan. Ixaocan. The city of Ixoacan, which is the capital of Ixtal.
How do you spell that?
I'm putting it in the chat. Don't you worry.
Thank you.
The city of Ixoacan.
Bless you.
AOCAN.
Bless.
But they worship the great spirit Khan.
Uh-huh. It's a cult that feeds on the Buju fruit. They fed to people to extend their lives. They then stop feeding them fruit, making them no longer immortal. Then sacrifice them to their god and then consume them.
The
And
god.
they worship a giant sky beast and believe that to be their god.
But
What's
it
the
is
name of the
not.
sky beast?
Khan. Khaan.
Yeah, let's just go to the Sphinx's library, see if we can't get a night's rest there.
The other party should have told you that's not what it actually is. It's a creature known as a Strider from the Shadow Isles.
Cool.
And it is using strong illusion magic to make it look like that massive sky serpent. Yeah, I pull up that map and they're like, "God damn it, not this place!" I was like, "Yep,
Yeah, let's not go there. Let's go to the Sphinx's library. It should be relatively close.
So from this grate, you guys are able to, if you would like to. This was that mine I was talking about. That's where that hole went. This mine is where you guys were underneath Diana's temple. This
Oh, I was
There's
here
gonna-
for this mine.
there's
This is
gonna
where
be
I almost got turned into an
adjudicators there.
aboleth.
What'd you say there, Bernie?
There's going to be adjudicators there if we go to Morgan.
The good adjudicators are the one at the Sphinx's library.
Ones that aren't Barus, correct.
Okay.
So, if you guys want to, you have effectively evaded combat, which I already kind of figured you were going to, unless you decided to dally longer. You can, if you would like to, pull and call your mounts, and you can head towards that temple, or that Sphinx's temple if you'd like.
Yes. All while double checking our backsides, making sure we're not being followed.
I got your backside. Don't you worry.
Well, the problem is I don't want other people following us to that temple because I don't know if Morgan's made that location public to all of his adjudicators or just the ones he really trusted.
The
Guess that leaves you out then,
adjudicators-
huh?
So the adjudicators were born there. So, like, they are made in assimilated there. So the adjudicators that do exist, yes, are aware of Morgan's temple.
Can we just pick a place to go, please?
They did.
We
You're heading
did?
here.
Yep, we're heading there. The place we were going to teleport to, we just flew there, so that we could, get away and get some sleep.
If you want to try to do it without being pursued specifically, go ahead and make stealth checks with advantage because you did take the spillways. If you want to do a round of stealth checks for everybody.
Guidance.
Everybody in the club getting stealthy.
You can only cast guidance on one person.
Myself, I
You
know.
got yourself. You got it.
31.
It's also a group check, so don't sweat it if you fuck up.
Okay.
Sleight of hand for a natural 20.
Nat 20.
It's good.
17.
So you were able to collectively, as a group, stay quiet and silent. Make a perception check. Round of perception checks, and then after this, we're going to break.
Ooh. I didn't Doobie.
13's not bad.
That's a nat 1, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at Tallulah.
Amorous, you're two. Berg, Yandi, and Tallulah. Somewhere in Piltover, there is a column of smoke. Nice, specifically, you know for a fact that that's right around where Varnish's area was. His spire.
Tell people. When she fires on fire.
Varnish Spire? Moldrak Varnish?
Mm-hmm. The one that you guys had explored before. Oh, that's where you lost Golmir.
Oh, that place.
Mm-hmm.
I hope it was booby trapped.
Yeah, with things that want to eat your face, make them part of their own body.
Oh, so.
We also hope to go back there at one point because Gulmir was still fused to one of those flesh golems that was there.
He sure is. He sure is.
Well, he sure was.
I'm pretty sure he's not there anymore.
There you go.
I'm pretty sure the Aurochs ran into it, the adjudicators ran into it, and decided to blow the whole place up.
I ain't telling you
No.
nothing. Go ahead and go to break while you guys are contemplating what the fuck. about 2 hours ish, give or take. You do arrive. Out front is still waiting and sitting on the steep, just kind of curious as to what to do next, with two adjudicators speaking with him. Is a boy, elegant Eladrin that just has the beauty of the realm. This flowing blonde hair, these piercing white eyes, almost like motes of light, and is just kind of communicating with them. I'm not even going to bother attempting his voice, not happening. And he's just kind of regaling them with stories about the Feywild while swinging his feet and sitting on the steeple. As you all pass overhead.
Who is that?
That's Arquin.
We don't know. We haven't introduced ourselves yet.
Without being able to actually do it, you would have probably introduced yourselves at the entrance of the facility. But I
Well,
didn't
probably
have you
not,
all in
since
the
we
same
don't know
chat.
who we can trust and who we can't trust. So
Balula.
we don't
He's-
know Arquin.
Pointy
He's not of
ears.
this world. Arquin comes from a different realm of existence. They live
we
within
don't know.
They live within the Feywild.
So we can trust him as far as his words go.
You trust him as far as Ambrosio, Nyx, Flinta, and Victoria.
Are they here too?
No. Nope.
And we don't know who he is, do we?
Quinn. Like I said, he probably would have introduced himself briefly outside the facility, but you guys weren't in the same call, so I couldn't do that. He travels with the other crew. If you want to talk to him, go talk to him. If you don't, you don't. You're okay with me. I just given you information that you get because you pass overhead, and he's just swinging his feet and talking with these two. So, you're at the foot of Morgan's temple. What do you guys want to do? Nans, don't drop stuff.
Go in, introduce ourselves, and try and get a place to sleep.
You don't have to introduce
Nan,
yourselves.
if you're talking, we can't hear you.
Because I wasn't talking to you guys.
She said, butts, 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 butts. Butts, butts, Mick butts.
To be a man, you must have honor and a.
She
But
said, I'm the Batman.
I'm Batman.
No Batmans.
I'm Batnans.
I said Sarah knocked over my keyboard. She needs to fix it.
These two are missing. Boop.
What's the character called?
Morgan is not here. Who? Arquin? AR''Quin.
I knew that.
It's Quinn.
I know.
Yep, he's been with the party for a while now. Since the beginning of Shurima. There you go. There are adjudicators inside, standing at attention and just standing by. No Ellie, no Killy, no Morgan.
Oh, I thought Arquin was talking to Morgan.
No, Arquin was talking to two adjudicators guarding outside. Narg, there's what looks to be some sort of crustacean that is half opened in like a display fashion. You got a shellfish allergy?
I'm a little shellfish.
What? There
What
looks
it
to
was
be
thinking.
on that one is rolls, some sort of loaves of bread as well as plates, knives, and little pats of butter.
Do we know where Morgan is?
It's in Piltover.
He's at his own spire in Piltover. This is his temple.
When the Sphinx died, you guys did the trial. I already told you this information. When the Sphinx died, he gave this to Morgan and told Morgan to protect it. As such, the adjudicators, when they were told to leave Piltover, came here. This is what they have to protect, anyways. This one is called the Libris Eternum. The other one is the Libris Infinium. The Eternal Library and the Infinite Library.
So we're in the Eternal Library, right?
Correct.
Where's the category index box? Nog wants to read a book.
Narg, as you step towards this adjudicator, female gnome stands at attention, just kind of looks at you with vacancy but understanding.
Hey there, buddy. Do I gnome you?
No,
Oh,
There's no place like no.
but
well,
you are an
I'm
ally.
Narg.
You are an ally of our creator, so
Of.
Morgan.
Ah, thank you very much.
Your creator?
Yes.
What do you mean by that?
I'm just gonna go into this room I assume is a bedroom and go to sleep.
Okay. You step out into the corridor. There is a menagerie of rooms. Yes. The individual, when you ask what does she mean by that, she doesn't respond.
So it's a library. Are there books?
There are.
Is there books at how to see things better?
How to see things better.
I don't tend to notice things when I'm looking at them.
Speak
kinda
with the
wonder.
librarian and he will assist you.
Cool, where's the librarian?
Tunnel down the left.
Bye.
Third door.
Ooh, thanks a bunch.
You're welcome. Third door on the left.
Third door on the left. Third door on the left. Gonna ask them for books on perception.
Mhm.
And then I'm gonna go read myself to sleep if I can
I
find
can
a
find a
room.
room.
And you'll find a tome that has the spell for true sight.
Right. No. They don't give you that kind of permission, but you will find books that can, if read long enough, can assist you in seeing better. Give it enough time and you'll be able to gain proficiency. And if
How
you have
can
proficiency,
Books
then you
leave
get
the
a
library?
Hmm?
Can the books leave the library?
for a time.
Cool.
The librarian will hand you a small card,
Ooh.
and he will tell you that when you wish to return the book, usher the phrase on the back.
Cool. Now I'm gonna be able to do magic for the first time ever.
Tallulah, what did you wish to do over there? This is a tiefling man and an orc woman.
I was just finding somewhere. I was going to ask somebody if there's anywhere I can rest.
If you wish to go to the rooms, they're to the right, down here.
Thank you.
Any of the vacant rooms are available.
I would try and advise that the group stay together as much as possible, but probably no one will listen, so I'm just going to go off and go sleep.
Truer words have never been spoken. Amorous and Nice, are you wanting anything before you find rest?
Also got anything on how to get to the Shadow Isles?
Yes. Pause, give me a second, and I will give you that information.
Page one.
I'll say
Introductory.
specifically getting there and back alive.
Yes, right there goes still a thing. I want to see if there's any.
If there's a what?
There's a what one?
You said you wanted to look and see if there's a well,
If
with everything.
there's any information on Diana.
I'm sure there's going to be any information on Diana at this ancient library.
Well, I'm asking the DM.
Okay, I'm back. I didn't leave you, sorry.
You
Alright.
did, and now my feelings are hurt, and I'll never get over it.
I think you'll be okay. So books on the Shadow Isles, what specifically? What are you looking for? How to get to them?
Yeah.
How to get to him and get back.
Okay, 2 routes, pal. One is death, obviously. The Shadow Isles are where all dead souls go when damned, not blessed. Second way to get there is the Celestial Gateway. The gateways of the Eternals, known as the gods in this world, are able to transport between life and death for a temporary time period. When you use a Celestial Gateway to get to the Shadow Isles, however, you have 24 hours. If you stay any longer, you become one with the damned. So don't stay too long.
So no hovering around and having a conversation for 5 hours, is that what you're saying?
Well, you know,
I mean, you
as
could.
long as the other 17 hours are productive, or that's not the math, but whatever. The other 19 hours. So there's your information on that. You can also, if you'd like to, inquire about the known celestial gateways, if you would like.
Yeah. Yeah, sounds good.
There is one in this facility. You would need Morgan's specific permission to use it, however. There's one in the library, the Libris Infinium, which is the Infinite Library.
Doesn't Yonzin already have specific permission?
If he asks, he could probably get you down there. Probably. But it's not like Morgan really just wants anyone going down there. The Celestial Gateway is quite powerful. As you've seen, it almost accidentally brought Aurelian back into this universe. So,
Yeah.
Let's go to the Shadow Islands.
there is also one in Ixtal in the city known as the Shoakan.
Why do you want to go to the Shadow Isle?
To go.
Who wants his axe?
Yeah.
And put my axe. And there's the 2 creatures there.
But didn't we say that we need to complete the artifacts first before we go and try and do that?
Yes.
To complete my artifact, I need to go to the Shadow Isles.
Yeah, but we'll have to go there last because everybody else's artifacts aren't in the Shadow Isles. What's the point of going to the Shadow Isles, coming back, getting everybody else's artifacts, and then going back to the Shadow Isles? What's the point of that?
Rob, these 2 are there, yes. This is love and anger. Or love and hate, sorry.
Shadow Isles aren't the only place that those creatures are.
Love and hate are in the Shadow Isles. And whoever has the little bead, that bead of energy, you're holding truth. Who was the one who warned you about her brethren, and
That would be me.
this is truth, who is with you. So, any other information you need? Nice.
That's
How in depth is the information here at this library?
Eternal.
Like, if we were to look up ambassadors from certain countries from about 150 years ago, would it have any
Probably
information?
here.
It would probably be here.
Mhm.
Okay, we should at least try to get a name for the ambassador from what was it, Ionia? The lady's husband who's in the necklace.
He wasn't an ambassador, was he? I thought he was just a captain of a ship.
No, he was an ambassador that was on a ship. The whole family was on a ship and it got sunk, but the husband survived.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. The husband and the child survived. The mother did not.
Is there any information on Diana in here?
There would be. What are you looking
Okay.
for?
Who she was before she ascended?
Who she was before she ascended? Okay. Be specific when you say who she was. Like what kind of person she was? What her name was?
All of the above.
Okay. She was powerful, vindictive at times, but also compassionate to an extent. She shared a deep understanding with Leona that once bound them together tightly, but eventually separated them due to their differences on how the world should be changed. and that caused them to become enemies rather than allies. You know that they were horsemen at one time, obviously, both of them. And they had disagreements during that time as well, which sort of began the schism between the two. She is the daughter of Lunaris and Solaris. The sun and the moon gave birth to Diana, as well as Leona.
There's no other info.
Her name has always been Diana. It's not changed. What other information do you want?
What she was like when she was a kid.
So, she never really had a true quote-unquote childhood. She was pretty much born into decisive action as well as duty. Being the daughter of the sun and the moon, she had an immediate responsibility. She does have a moniker, if you will, a nickname, and she is the scorn of the moon. Whereas Leona is known as the Radiant Dawn.
It's almost like Diana's the evil one.
No.
Yeah, I agree.
No. I refuse.
You know, ignorance is bliss, right? It's all subjective.
So they say.
She was most notorious for her iconic blade, which you wield currently, the Crescent Blade, as well as the armor, which was the Moon Shimmer armor.
I guess to a Satanist, God is the bad guy, right?
True. She had her duties as a horseman. She locked away Aurelian. They were the bindings, the chains, if you will, that surrounded Aurelian. Her and Leona. And eventually she sought ascension. So she traveled to Targon, embarked on the rites of ascension, and competing against Leona, they both ascended at the same time. As such, the remnants of their life as gods, as seeking ascension and such, she rules over the people known as the Lunare, which are you, her followers, whereas obviously Leona's are the Solari, which is what she had told you before.
Okay.
Beyond that, she didn't have any, there were no records of a childhood. She was just born into immediate, this is you, this is your duty. She's a protector of the night. She defends the moon and everything it stands for, whereas Leona defends the sun and everything it stands for. The known temples of Diana. I will pull up the world map again. There are 3 remaining. The one you know of. There is the temple in Demacia. And the 3rd is Targon. There's a temple to nearly every god in Targon, as it is the throat of the gods.
All right.
Yeah.
After getting that information, I'll probably just go to bed.
Mm-hmm.
Do they know where the Celestial Gateway comes out in the Shadowlands? Just come out in a certain place.
It's so a celestial gateway. You've played with it before, if you remember, is pointed. So as long as you can think about it, a place in the Shadow Isles, you can bring yourself to it.
Does it? Can I find out where the forge is? Shadowlands. To go to?
Mm-hmm. It is the fallen. Oh God, hold on. Let me make sure I got this name right before I go guessing it. It's the Forge of the Ruined King.
I know about him.
Known as Viego, yeah.
So if you go to the gate and think of the Forge of the Ruined King, it should take you there.
You see a large picture, a portrait, that of a shattered throne surrounded by darkness, and an individual with pale white hair. A certain intimidation factor to his face, but deep green eyes. Wielding a blade that is forged by the souls of the damned within. And that gives you a visual representation, which means you'll have an advantage on the roll to recall it in the future.
Doesn't that just sound like the perfect place for a picnic?
You've been there once, briefly, albeit it was a memory, but you were still there. It's where you were told to lay to rest your problems,
Mm-hmm.
the things holding you back. So, any other information from anyone?
Just the information on Joyra, and apparently she was the captain of a ship. Bernie sent me the name.
A husband one.
Yeah, her husband was the captain of the Tidecaller.
Anyone catch that yet? No?
Yes. The Tidecaller is the name of Sheldrick.
Sheldrick's last name is Sheldrick Tidecaller. Yeah. There we go.
Was he her husband?
No.
Okay, does the book have the...
They named their ship after a creature that they met in their travels.
Right.
They ran into Sheldrick in their travels. And he's known as Sheldrick Tidecaller.
Okay, but do they have the name of the captain of the ship 150 years ago? Or 100 years ago?
That sort of information is kind of going to be hard to find. Go ahead and make a investigation check for me. See if you can find anything in specificity to a one ship in Bilgewater 150 years ago.
27.
Called the
27?
Tidecaller.
Yeah, 27. I did put the DC at 25, so I'll be fair. Yes, you see that the owner of the ship, whose name was Arabald.
Arabald?
Mm-hmm. Arabald.
All right. Now, if we meet Sheldrick Tycaller, I think that's one of our contacts we're supposed to talk to, isn't it?
Yep.
We can ask him about Arabald. Maybe he'll have some information.
I don't know if you necessarily need to talk to Sheldrick anymore. You kind of tied the pieces together you were missing for the horseman stuff.
This isn't for the Horseman. This is for Joyra.
He can give you a little bit, but
We're trying to find either her descendants or hopefully her body.
I don't know if he's going to be able to point out the fish that definitely ate her remains, but
Wow.
the ship was sunk.
You sunk my ship.
What do you think happens if you drown in the ocean? You think you just fall to the ground and become one with the dirt?
What
No,
if you just
but-
get
Will eat
swallowed
you.
like a whale and live happily inside it for ages, like Pinocchio?
Or the bones get pooped out.
That would work, except Pinocchio is definitely a doll.
Yeah, but didn't Geppetto get also swallowed by the whale? There was somebody else
Mhm.
living in the
It was
whale.
Geppetto. Pretty sure it was Geppetto.
Mm-hmm.
If there's no other information, you guys can mark off a long rest. Elsewise, you can continue researching through the night and not get a long rest. Your choice. I don't care. But if you ask me questions, I will give you an answer. You're in the library that has the answers.
Yeah, I'll look up another question. How do we once we get to the forge? Oh, wait, you said that's a whole quest line to get things forged. Okay, never mind.
So, forges.
It's like
How
once
they
we
work.
find the forge, how do we operate it?
Mm-hmm. Each one has a trial. The nearest trial you have was the trial that you were going to take, which is the trial of irons. Which is the one in Piltover. Nice's trial is known as the Trial of Souls. Obviously. Amaris doesn't need to embark on a trial. She needs to seek the other two temples and find the last two followers of her goddess.
She's in Bilgewater.
Tallulah's is a forge, but there is not a trial. It's different. Because her artifact was a gift given, not a weapon made.
Mm-hmm.
Yandi, your trial is known as the Trial of Silence. There's no specificity on these trials. Each trial is different and unique to the person.
Okay.
Any other questions? Now I can see you there. You're looking. You're like, you want to ask the Sphinx, what's the secret to the best sandwich? You can ask now. This is the place to do it.
The secret is bacon.
Where can I get the crispiest bacon? Mm-hmm.
The bacon you seek is in Bilgewater's Peak.
Does he always answer in rhyme? Because if so, I'm going to ask it loads of questions.
No, but the best bacon is in Bilgewater.
All right, I think we're all done here. We've asked our questions. We got our sleep. Saying goodbye to everybody. We can head on out.
Make sure you got a long rest if you didn't already. Mark it down. Remove your temp HP. Don't reset your max HP. All that.
Don't fucking tell me what to go down.
I just did. So, if you can recongregate at the entrance here if you'd like. What's the plan? You gonna fly all the way to Bilgewater?
Yeah, seems like the safest thing to do.
Any
That was-
objections?
I was about to say that was the plan before we made the side trip to Shurima.
So,
Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka, New Guinea. So,
Sri Lanka,
here.
New Guinea?
Mm-hmm. Papua New Guinea.
You can take the celestial gateway and doesn't shadow one.
yeah.
And now, the nations of the world, brought to you by Yakko Warner.
Wow, Bryce. Wow. Just
What?
wow.
So,
You don't hear Kenku going in the background? I do.
No, Kenku's muted for me.
Argentina, and Ecuador, Chile, Brazil, Costa Rica, Belize, Nicaragua, Bermuda,
New Sri Lanka is 4,466 miles from Papua New Guinea.
Germany now in one piece.
Sounds like the same amount of distance from
Italy,
from there to us.
Scotland, Albania, Ireland, Russian, Roman, Bulgaria, Saudi Arabia.
All right, so
Canada.
we have the Shadow Isles. We
You're
have
coming here.
Targon.
So this was my point in bringing this up. And I
We
was-
have Bilgewater.
You're here. You're going to be flying over there. You guys know that that big scary monster was somewhere in here.
Yeah, the one we're avoiding.
You need to go to Ionia, don't you, Greg?
So we're gonna go down this way and go over here. And that big scary monster that we're avoiding, is that a sea creature or an air creature?
See,
Okay, so we're gonna avoid that.
but
Fly
that-
as high as
that-
possible.
that this is like super public here, but Nyx is in the middle of this ocean with that creature. With Pi, who said, "We need to run." Followed by giant silhouette serpent rising out of the water.
I'm gonna say we're not gonna try and save that chick, are we? Is he attached to his fiance?
I'd say he's pretty attached to her. I would say, relatively.
Maybe you can find her a metal body and they'll, you know.
Ugh. You ain't gotta save her. I'm just saying that's not really that you would know, but she's in the Isle of Teeth right now with that monster. She's, how you say, not having a good time.
So long as she's not in I should say, how to say this, phrase this, as long as she's not in imminent danger of dying.
She is.
Like the thing is not currently chomping down on her.
It's right in front of them.
Well, they can run.
Against the multiple thousands of foot long serpent.
I mean, they had to have known that thing was there.
They didn't choose where they teleported. That was D 100 percentile rolls. Her and Pi both rolled 11 and 14, I believe. So they ended up in the ocean together.
I hate to say it, but if it's on the way, why don't we just have
Get some cotton candy?
You can leave it to Victoria. She had a plan for it.
All right,
Yandi gave Victoria a candle.
let's leave it to Victoria.
You remember the candle of invocation?
Yep.
She has that. She said, Nyx will be okay. And I said, depends on how long she's out there with that thing. And she goes, well, I have the candle. I was like, there you go. Look. We're using our noodles. That there's Jormungandr, the world serpent. And it is in front of Poe and her.
All
You're
right,
the one,
that's what I
sir.
want to be doing.
I was just warning you that since you're flying that way, you may not want to go through the Isle of Teeth.
No, I think the regional plan was to follow along the mountains here, and then fly from like right here across the water.
Ooh, you get to go see a Shoacon.
No, that's down here, at least
No.
according to the League of Legends.
The Shoacon's right here.
Well, we're not going to stop there. We're just going to fly right over it.
I said you can see it. It means I get to show you the map.
It's the capital city, isn't it?
It is.
Oh,
Hope
good
it's
stuff.
not a long flying distance.
Yeah, you're probably not going to want to stay in flight the whole time. You are. This is 4 days travel to Bilgewater.
Why don't we stay at the capital city?
Because of the sacrifices that they're making to their god, I'd rather not be one.
They don't sacrifice you. That's not how they work.
I don't want anything to do with a city where people get sacrificed for any reason.
You just tell me which way you're going, and I will start telling you the travel deets.
Gonna mark it out on the map like that.
Okay. First day. I didn't roll it twice. Ignore the second one. I got a 54. Perception checks, everybody, please. From below you in the jungle.
I haven't finished reading my book yet.
Probably not going to want to try to read it while flying. I mean, you can try.
No. I only got in a couple of pages last night. It was a snore.
It really is.
25, 25, 18, 15, 7.
Okay,
I'm not done.
15 aboves. 15 aboves, you can see what looks to be that of a large spectral spirit owl bear that is consuming something that it had just recently hunted. That's it. Nothing else to it. Just a large spirit creature that is consuming some sort of dark energy.
Pure energy. Pure energy.
Of the day. Someone else roll me a D100. I'm going to make you guys do the rolling from now on.
Yarg. Gets there
51.
last. Darn it.
I'm gonna start calling you by name if you roll. Okay. Following the perception trail of last time, 25 and 25. Two of you rolled really well. Yeah. So Tallulah and Nice both. You can see down below what looks to be a ranger, clad in a deep veiled cloak that is sitting up on the tree lines, watching and observing this strange serpent-like creature that is flying above it.
I bet he doesn't have Ranger for Dummies.
I bet he doesn't.
Is he a Lone Ranger?
Sorry,
Is he a Lone Ranger?
he is a lone ranger. Yep. No, he's a Texas Ranger, so he's walking. Goes by the name Walker.
Hmm.
And the arms of the angel are upon you.
But it's crashed.
So he got a big cigar. He's also smoky.
And the bandit.
Smokey Bear was a ranger.
Only you can prevent
Smoky
forest
bacon.
fires. But as you guys lock eyes with him, he looks at you and he indicates with hand signals. He gestures towards you.
Is he flicking us off?
No.
Now
He's
Gun's
trying
back
to
on.
get our attention.
Make an intelligence check. The two of you that saw it, Tallulah and Nice, can make an intelligence check to see if you can figure out what he's trying to motion.
19.
You both pick up on it. He is telling you to descend.
What's the part of that? Go down.
So we're going down? Why are we going down?
So that guy said so.
Oh, because some random stranger said so. We're gonna go down.
A lone Texas Ranger who is walking wants two
Um,
wanted people to come down from the sky. Yeah.
You can hear what sounds like a loud screeching noise that I'm not going to mimic because my throat will actually fucking kill me. Because I have an inflamed tonsil and it is going to make me cry.
Ice cream.
But you hear a loud screeching noise, as well as the beating of wings.
Mm.
If somebody else is already heading down, I'll follow, but
Yeah, I'm going
Yeah.
down.
somebody has to say, hey, I'm descending.
Well,
They
you'll see us
just-
descending. And we just did say.
I'm gonna follow behind Nice.
Where are you guys descend? How close to that ranger do you want to be, or how far? You want to be in his vicinity, or are you just kind of landing?
I would say since I'm not leading, really, but I would want to be near him.
I don't know what tokens are on this map, but there better not be any.
I'm following now.
You guys all descend. There's an opening here. That is a swamp beneath you. The murky depths below. Can I get everyone to do a perception check again? Tallulah and Nice with advantage, since you knew where that ranger last was. Woo! So as you guys land, the beating of the wings is coming closer. The screech is louder in the distance. Approaching this direction, the individual comes down this tree, kind of clambers down it, and is just kind of ushering you all to lay low.
I'll lay on the ground.
Okay, it's mushy and soft.
Smell pretty?
No, it's a swamp.
Just so it smells like dirt.
It smells like algae.
Hmm.
It's not the most unpleasant thing you've smelled, but it's not exactly what I would call pleasant.
Still laying in the dirt.
hmm If you want to stealth, go ahead and make stealth checks. Don't freak out. I'm going to use the Wayland token.
Yeah, it's Wayland.
Closest thing I have to a ranger. And he just kind of quietly leaps over to the slug. Seems extremely agile. And will step down. He's going to touch the ground and cast Pass Without a Trace on everybody. So whatever your stealth was, add 10.
Oh, are we stealthing?
Mhm.
Thought it was a choice.
As the shadows curl around you. I mean, you can choose to not stealth if you'd like. So screaming at the massive bird up above.
29.
29, very good. So for the most part, everyone except Narg, you're even with a plus 10, you're pretty good. Pretty
19
stealthy.
in the bush.
So as you remain down, this large bird, about 25 to 30 foot wingspan, it perches right above you guys, casting this massive shadow over the area. Those of you who are watching and observing, you can see these large spiritual, these like spectral, transparent snakes begin curling up the tree and following towards that bird. And the ranger just kind of very, very quietly, less audible than what you would expect, just says, "Don't worry. The spirits of the forest only protect, they do not harm."
And then he gets eaten by a bear.
An owl bear shows up and mauls him. No. Eventually, the serpents start lashing out at this large bird. The bird screeches and then flies away with these spiritual serpent-like creatures following it for a short distance and then returning to the trees. And the ranger just kind of gives a sigh of relief and goes, "We should be good."
Well,
That was close.
Thank you. And then we take off.
who are you?
Howard.
Howard.
Howard with the T.
How? That's even better. Howard. Howard to you. What was that creature?
A rock?
It was a
No,
bird.
Definitely
he's
a
a
bird.
rock. That was a bird.
No,
He's a rock.
Legendary creature of lore, massive bird, extremely predatory, terrifying to fight. It's like the Titan of the sky. You know how there's like the Kraken? That's the Kraken, but in the air.
It's the Kraken.
The Kraken, sure.
Maybe the Kraken's just a rock of the sea.
Well, we walked for hours inside a kraken, so that must have been a big bird.
I think
Yeah,
I know the kraken you're talking about.
Which one?
The one in Piltover.
I
think
thought it was in
dog.
Zon.
It's in the
Yes,
Bay
it's
Area behind Piltover. It's on the beaches. So, why are you in the? Why are you here? What's bringing you to Ixtal? People don't just come to Ixtal.
Just passing through.
Right.
Then I take off.
Bye, Yandi.
I don't know what's up with that guy, but if he's got a death wish, he can continue flying all he wants.
Well, he must, because he followed this brood mother into the ground and almost died there. So there's that.
Right. Well, that rock is pretty much patrolling this area, so as long as he's in the sky, that thing has food. So, if he's of any value to you, might want to consider having him come back down to the ground here, but
Do we
that's up
have
to
a
you.
way of
Yeah.
contacting him now that he's in the air?
Think the bird would realize it would be old, chewy food?
I-
Narg.
I don't think the bird cares.
Narg. Do we
I'm
have
dry
a
aged, thank you.
Yeah,
don't
people
think we have
love
a way
dry
of
age.
I mean,
contacting
Hey,
you?
you're not here. Stop listening to my
if it's going to chew him up and regurgitate him into its baby's beaks, then I don't suppose it really matters.
I want to watch.
We don't have a way of contacting you, Yandi.
Well, how fast do these things travel? I may hear it.
Fast. They're travel mounts. They go very fast.
It's a humongous bird of prey that just swoops down and eats you before you've even seen it or heard it.
I had the wingspan wrong. Their wingspan is 200 feet.
Well, jeez. I mean, I suppose I'll look around. If they're still fiddling over there, I'll wait for them to catch up.
Okay. Then make a perception check for me.
$17.
Hey, Amaris, why don't you roll me a d20 twice and take the higher of the two for me? And add 4.
$19 plus 4.
Okay. Use a 17, Yonder?
Yep.
Good to know. Do, 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 do.
So, what exactly are you doing out here in the middle of the nowhere land?
Look, I'd like to explain that, but I wasn't kidding about your friend who's about to become bird food.
Well, I would like to tell you that we have a way of contacting him, tell him to get his butt back down here, but we don't have that. And the last time I checked, we were pretty stealthy. So I don't know that he saw us.
I mean, he's probably going to see you when I head back to you.
Said you. You don't remember that we rolled stealth checks to get out here.
But I just left the area from where you were. I know where you're at. It doesn't matter what kind of stealth checks you rolled.
1 talents plus. Okay.
Wait, let's move. Casey comes back.
Right? Let's go. Dow, Narg, Narg. Let's go hide over in that book.
Okay. Lost because there are so many bushes.
Yandia, 27 followed by a 30.
It's right here. Right here. Right
Okay.
here.
Those hit you?
Yeah. Do I
You-
know the damage is coming?
No. You take 24 points of piercing damage, followed by
Oh, don't make me do math.
$19 points of piercing damage. Slashing damage, sorry. As a massive beak stabs into your shoulder and then claws wrap around you. And you guys hear that loud screeching again. He goes, I fucking told you. He pulls his bow. And we can briefly go into initiative here in a second, but we will not be able to complete the initiative.
Buddy, put the bow away. Shh.
The guy goes, all due respect, kinda too fucking late.
Are you an elf, buddy?
Why are we fighting it?
Fighting the rock
Why?
it's got-
Why are we
it ha-
fighting it?
because it has Yandi now.
It's holding Yandi.
But none of us just sacrificed ourselves to it, and he did. So why are we fighting it?
Hey man, you can stay out if you want. You know, you always have that choice to not fight.
Yep, because I'm fucking so pissed off with this. This is just another one of those incidents that I'm just sick of. The whole party does one thing, and one person goes, "Oh, I know, I'm just going to do the opposite."
The whole party is sitting there talking to a dude while we're trying to go somewhere.
What was the initiatives?
17.
Not good at 23. Nice, got a 16. Your ranger friend got a 13. Amaris, what'd you roll?
13.
13? And Tallulah, are you volunteering to stay out?
Yeah.
Kidoki.
I can roll initiative if you want, but I'm just going to stay stealthing if I can.
Just put you at 0 if you're not going to do anything. Okay, Narg. You're up first. You can hear the loud screeching above, and Yandi is in the talons of this creature.
I trust the ranger, and I'm gonna give him first attack with a D8.
Okay. He draws his bow, and these two pieces of metal pull apart like a ripcord, and a piece of green energy curls in his hand, and it forms into a bow. And you want him to make an attack?
Yep.
Does it have to be melee?
Range is not melee.
Range is not melee. No, that's what's called a range attack. He can get up there. He just doesn't necessarily want to. Use bonus. Command a strike. Choose a friendly creature. You can see or hear. Expend one superiority. Can immediately use a reaction. Make one weapon attack. No, he could use his bow.
Cool.
Yep. He's going to. He's going to draw his bow. Fire it. That hits. And he gets additional D8.
D8. Yep.
10 plus 4. Yep, strikes. He draws this bowstring back. This green energy curls from his fingers and fires off the bow. Anything else?
I'm gonna hold my attack and just watch to see what happens.
Okay. Boom. Yandy, there's some extra damage you need to take here too. 16 additional fire damage. That's it for you then, Narc? Holding your
Yep.
action?
Yep,
Yep.
seeing if it comes down closer because I'm not a good shot.
Let's see. I gotta do math. There we go. Okay. It is going to sink the talons further into Yandi because it's got Yandi on its grip. 26.
26 to hit.
Yep.
No, I'll use my reaction.
Okay. And then it is going to lift up in the air and then dive bomb down on towards the ranger here. And use a cockatrice for now. I'll find a better token later. Didn't think you were going to fight this thing.
Neither did I. That's why I went to hide in the bushes with Narg.
Shh, not so loud.
Is going to
Alright.
dive bomb down at the ranger. Is going to attempt to attack him. 20 hits him. Oof. 31 points of damage. Ranger gets bit in the shoulder and is not looking great after that hit. Oh. And you can see curling off of the back of this creature the flames erupting off of its feathers.
Run away! Run away!
Yandi, top of the round. You take 8 points of fire damage.
Did I not get a turn?
It is your turn.
Okay. You said top of the round. It's like there's no way I'm top of the round.
When you begin your turn,
I do. Okay.
All right. So first thing I'm gonna do is go ahead
I
and
didn't
use
skip your turn, man. So when he starts his turn within 5 feet of it.
All I heard was an echo.
All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and use Misty Step to get out of its talons.
Okay.
Somewhere 30 feet away.
Your choice.
Then I'll use my action to drink a potion.
Okay.
Cause fuck.
Is that it then?
Yeah.
Nice, you're up.
Why isn't it all hiding? It's big.
It is
Lost the
big.
ranger. What's the best thing to do? Just
He shot a bow. He shot his bow. Narg commanded him to shoot, so he fired his bow at it.
is it command or just get the opportunity to shoot him? His choice.
He shot it. Yandi was in its clutches. That's why he said, "Ah, shit."
Think the plan is to run away.
But then again, the plan was not go near it in the first place, and not everybody did that.
Ignore the searing present. It's for me, not you.
25.
That hits.
2 damage.
32 damage.
Plus 20.
20 hits.
35 damage.
35. Okay. Anything else for you?
That's me done.
Amaris, you're up.
I am going to cast a bonus healing word on Yondi. You will hold 9 points of healing,
Very cool.
and as an action, I'm going to take my dart, throw it at it.
Okay.
Will 15 hit?
I misses.
Okay, then that's it. Bye, dart.
Okay. This ranger is going to draw 2 blades, similar to his bow. They're humming in green energy. He's going to jump up on the back of this thing's head. I'm going to plunge him down into it.
That
hits.
ranger's.
Hmm?
Ranger is.
You keep cutting out every time you say that. Ranger is, and then it just dies.
Insane. Oh, maybe my head's dying.
You gotta hold the button the whole way down.
I'm not touching a button. I'm not push to top.
Tallulah, you are remaining hidden.
Yep.
Creature is legendary, is going to move itself, flying over to this direction and landing, perching. Roll for the ranger to hold on. He does so. Narg, you're up.
Perching in the air.
It is not. I need oh, it's not a save. Sorry. Oops. Top of the round, you take 4 points of fire damage from being in the vicinity of this creature. The flames burning off of it.
Well, there goes the nice bush I was hiding in. Up in flames.
It's a wet jungle. It's gonna be hard to light things so much.
Alright, I'll give Commander Strike to Nice.
Okay.
And a D8.
31 slash.
Plus 8. Plus a D8. Bum, bum.
Another 36.
Mhm. Got it.
Alright. Attack. Gonna activate the Dawn Star and slam into it.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
14.
That's a miss.
Then nothing goes off. And
Did you just assume it's Jen?
Shield Bash.
Appears to be a she.
And another 13.
You said it's a miss.
Amaris, I'm not doing so well.
It appears to be
No.
a
The
she.
bushes.
Should have stayed in the bush.
That's the end of my turn.
I don't
Okay.
understand why you didn't.
Creature is going to screech out, and a large inferno rips around it. Need dex saving throws all around, please.
It's on me as well.
Yep.
Incredible.
30 feet around it.
I'm going to use my ring, a charge for my ring to pass.
19.
26.
Very good. Those of you 18 and under, which is Amaris, Yandi, which succeeded, never mind. So just Amaris was the only failure, I believe. Yep. The rest of you take half. 31 fire damage to Amaris, 15 to the rest of you. As an eruption of flame around it. Woo! And it gets it back. Yandi, you're up. Top of your round.
Same thing as last time. Bonus action, Misty Step.
10 points of fire damage before you leave, Chief.
I can move away further, but I'm not going to.
Where'd you Misty Step? Anything in the swampy area here is difficult. So you might want to avoid touching it.
Mobile feet.
Mm-hmm.
So difficult terrain doesn't count.
Got you.
And I'll take another potion.
Okay, nice.
It's a crit.
20, 30 plus 24, 54 plus 10, 20, 30, 84. It's not looking amazing after that hit. A very well hit.
19, is it?
19 hits.
31 damage.
31 damage. Okay.
So I'm done.
Very good. Amaris. Oh, Nice and Amaris both. Hold on. For Nice, 7 points of fire damage. For Amaris, 11 points of fire damage. I'm gonna roll one for my ranger too. 7.
Bryce, how I know I'm not in turn order, but can I move away from it?
Yes.
I'll
No,
try and
disengage.
stealthily move away as much as possible.
You'll be able to disengage if you need to. Yep.
Okay.
Since you had a turn, you can do that. Yeah.
Thank you.
Who are you healing?
Narg.
Got it.
And then inventory. How high up is the ranger?
It's like a 25-foot large body, so
Can
20
I
feet.
throw him a potion?
He can try.
Yeah. What do you want me to do for that?
You want to throw a potion to him?
Yeah, so he can drink it.
Okay, he can attempt to catch it. So he'll make a dex saving throw. Not 20. So easily enough, without even looking, just you say catch it, he lifts the hand up and catches it.
Show off.
It happens. That was what's the one right below superior? Why did I
Supreme,
Greater.
whatever.
supreme? Yeah, whatever's below that
8d4
grade.
plus 8.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that it for you then?
Well, that would be bonus action.
He took his fire damage already. It's starting to show wear and tear, and his cloak is starting to burn in places. And he just goes, "Gotta concentrate fire on this thing, or else it's gonna kill all of us."
Well,
And
you gotta not die first. Drink
he's
that
going
thing.
to cast Hunter's Mark on it. And then potion drink. Sure. "19 plus 8 is 27. And then he is going to action surge and will attack it twice. Both hit. D8 plus a D6. Points of damage. Okay. Slashes into it twice with these strange Vorpal-like blades. Not actually Vorpal blades. Tallulah, you passed your turn. You did your thing. Narg, you're back up.
All right. Smack it again with my Dawn Star. Come on,
I gotta
Dawn
I gotta do
Star.
your fire thing. You take 4
Alright.
fire damage from it,
Okay.
being in the vicinity of it.
27 damages is going to start off with a lot of stress. So 11 piercing.
Okay.
3 force damage.
Okay.
The superior dice for menacing. If it fails DC Wisdom 17, it's frightened of me. And inflict wounds.
24.
Darn it. Inflict wounds. Where are you? Spell.
I'm frightened of you if that makes you feel better.
And inflict wounds is 23 necrotic. What was the other thing
Okay.
that goes off?
Necrotic doesn't seem to do as much as you expect.
Is a heal that's gonna get me and Amorous.
You're gonna heal us both, Narg?
Well, first that's the Dawn Star is gonna do 8 radiant damage,
Mm-hmm.
and then the heal for Amorous and I both get 10 healing.
Very good.
That is so much work. And then Dawn Star again. 16.
Misses.
Bonus action shield. 15 misses.
Misses.
Action surge.
Wow, Narg, you're pulling out all the stops today, aren't you?
Trying my best.
Sometimes you gotta.
14 is
Misses.
no good. 22
Hits.
damage. It's gonna be 10 piercing, 3 force damage,
Mm-hmm.
and the inflict wounds will go off again for another 14 of necrotic.
Yep.
That's my turn.
Okay. Creature is once more going to screech out and erupt. I rolled a 5. I get my thingy back. Wahaha. It's going to erupt out in flames again. Dex saving throw from all the above. Amorous, Narg, Nice, and the Ranger on his back. Oh, the Ranger failed.
Good thing he took that health potion.
Yeah. Who do I not have? I have Nice, Amorous, Narg, and my Ranger. We're good. Okay. 30 points if it's 18 and under, or under 18, sorry. 15 if you succeeded, which is all but the Ranger. So the Ranger's back to not looking good. The Ember Rock is also bleeding in multiple places.
How much did you say it was?
30 or 15. Yandi, back to you.
Go ahead and cast lightning bolt.
Okay.
It's 100 feet range. Gonna make sure not to hit the ranger. Cast it at 3rd level.
That's a 10.
What?
10.
10 what?
I rolled a 10. 5 plus 5 from 10.
Oh, okay. Well, but it was a 21 to pass.
Yep.
31 points of lightning damage.
31. It's looking bloodier.
And cantrip. Let's do chill touch. Nat 20.
Is that necrotic damage?
Yes.
Okay.
20 points of necrotic damage.
You notice necrotic doesn't seem to do as much as you expect.
Okay.
Is that it for you?
Yeah.
Okay, nice, you're up. You take 12 points of fire damage. Double sixes, let's go.
Slashing.
31. Barely hanging on. Didn't think we were going to get through this, but we actually did.
Another crit.
Doesn't matter, regardless. It drops to 0, erupts into flames. I need another dex saving throw from all the above, please.
Can I ask a question on this last saving throw?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, you can. What's up? Ranger saved. Nice.
It says when a creature I see within 5 feet of me takes damage, use your reaction to take damage instead,
Okay.
and thus turning the damage into force damage, which I'm resistant to. Can I take damage from Narc?
You could.
Okay.
I think Narg succeeded. Amorous are the only one that
Yes.
didn't succeed.
Mm-hmm.
So 6. 20 points of fire for Amorous, 10 to the rest. The ranger's looking really messed up from that fire as it erupts. It detonates into this large red egg, and he just goes, "All right, that was really good and all, but we have like maybe a minute until the thing comes back. That's only going to slow it down, so we need to go now."
No, you didn't take any damage on that.
He didn't say what the damage was.
Yeah,
Fire.
fire damage, but you don't take any because I took it for you.
All right.
Fire damage, because it's a giant fucking firebird.
I never heard the number
20 or 10.
or 10. So all the 10 goes to you.
If
All
you
right.
save,
Actually,
you
it's
got
5
Run
because
away.
yes. Now let's run. We will follow you, Mr. Ranger, the sir.
You don't have to follow me. It's just we need to get the hell away from this thing. And he's
Yep.
going to cast Expeditious Retreat on himself and start running.
Just fly out now.
So we got 1 minute
Yep.
light head start.
Yep, we should fly that.
Yep. We're flying away.
Where's to where is
Now, there's one big thing about your mounts that I specifically told you when you got them. Do you remember what I said?
They fly.
once per day?
No. No, they're not once per day. You out of your mind?
They don't go very fast in swamps.
Well, that doesn't matter. You go over the swamp.
No,
They
but
can't be used in
combat.
Indoor spaces?
combat,
Combat.
correct. And you are essentially still in combat. So get the hell away from this thing.
So yeah,
Yeah,
we can all fly.
No, cannot fly.
We're all going to run away and then fly.
Yep, running away. I am running the way.
You got it.
Running
Yeah.
away. I have no
Before we
idea
end
which
for the
way
night,
is
let's have everyone do a group stealth check. He will cast Pass Without a Trace again if you get close enough to him. He will assist you one last time.
36. Because I critted.
24.
If you're adding 10, 21.
Are you with them? Looks like you're all the way over there, bud.
I got lots of movement. I can be over there.
But you don't get the pass without a trace.
I'm with the group.
Ugh, fuck me, dude. It's still a 19 overall, but fucking hell. Bad roll is bad. As long as it's overwhelmingly successful, you guys are able to evade the Ember Rock.
Well, did crit. So there's
As long as someone did not one, you'll be okay.
Rolled 2.
That's not that one. So you got a 24, 24, 21, 26, and 36. And the ranger got 19. So as you make your way away from the massive egg, eventually you will hear another eruption in the distance behind you, as well as a screeching, angry cry of that bird as it flies straight up and bursts into flames surrounding it yet again and screeches out looking for all of you, but cannot seem to find you. Nor it looks but cannot find you, and you are able to. The ranger breathes a sigh of relief and goes, "Do me a favor. Till you get out of the jungle here, stay on the ground, or else that thing's going to keep coming for you. And as much as I want to be around to help you, I can't help you any further. I think our paths are diverging at this point, so good luck to all of you. I don't know where you're headed, but the direction you're going leads to a Shoacon. Don't eat any of the fruit.
Yeah.
Well, thank
wait
you.
a minute. Wait,
Cool.
are you telling me not to eat a fruit?
Don't eat the fruit.
The fruit that will get you
mean-
eaten. Definitely.
If you enjoy being a mind slave of some weird ass thing, then yes, eat the fruit.
Oh, well then. Thanks for the advice.
We
Leave
already
us
know about
alone.
the fruit.
Well, better power to you, but if you didn't, I was gonna make sure you did. So,
Thanks for the warning,
of course.
and thanks for the help.
Mm-hmm. Try not to piss that thing off again. See you guys. And he runs back into the forest or the jungle, leaving you to it. And you guys are back on track to going wherever it is you wish to go from here. And we'll leave that to next week with
We
the
can
second day
say-
of travel.
We can use our mounts, but we'll just use them on the ground. Yes?
Fly them through a dense jungle.
Ride them through a
Can,
dense jungle?
can we control the speed at which the mounts go?
Yeah, they're not fucking 200 miles an hour constantly.
All
They're
right.
responsive. Yep. This is the city of Ishoakan in the distance.
That's pretty.
It's real pretty.
If I light a fire, it should burn.
Flying
Looks
around
like a
this,
looks like a fire hazard, definitely.
flying around this massive spire here is a large feathered serpent.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll pick that up with next week with you guys finishing your potential endeavors and journeys wherever it is you lead.
All right.
Get out of here, bot. Fuck off. Get out of here, Kenku, you fucker.